Dan who? Wanna talk some toys? Let's start now. You know the show starts when the man says pow. Dan who? Brandon, man so handsome. Want Marvel Legends and you know who has them. Tune in, it's 8 o'clock. Makes you wanna buy toys so you hate to watch. It's on a Thursday. It can change like that though. Got no money left cause I gave it all to Hasbro. Enjoy the show. Haha. Okay. Dan who? Wanna talk some toys? Let's start now. You know the show starts when the man says pow. Dan who? Brandon, man so handsome. Want Marvel Legends and you know who has them. Tune in, it's 8 o'clock. Makes you wanna buy toys so you hate to watch. It's on a Thursday. It can change like that though. Got no money left cause I gave it all to Hasbro. Enjoy the show. Haha. Okay. Dan who? Wanna talk some toys? Let's start now. You know the show starts when the man says pow. Dan who? Brandon, man so handsome. Want Marvel Legends and you know who has them. Tune in, it's 8 o'clock. Makes you wanna buy toys so you hate to watch. It's on a Thursday. It can change like that though. Got no money left cause I gave it all to Hasbro. Enjoy the show. Haha. Pow! And welcome back to the channel. Dan who reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you follow it. I'm panicking. I'm looking at my screen going, is everything working? Is everything fine? I'm like, don't stream this late. Let me go and test my audio. Am I good? Can you hear me? That's all I need to know that I can get going. Because I was testing my mic. You can still hear me, right, Rich?
Yeah, just about.
Okay, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on there. My monitor's disappeared for my sound, so I don't know if... You know, usually I can see my bar for my sound. That's a great start. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. Yeah, we can hear. Okay, fine. It's all good. It's all good. Pow! How you doing? No longer a surprise. The super producer's here with me. There he is. What's he got? What's he showing off there?
Oh, hey Dan, I'm just reading From the Ashes with the Dark Phoenix on it. Look at Dark Phoenix. Wow, doesn't she look amazing? Where is she? Oh, there she is. There she is.
Dark Phoenix. Do you know what? I got more messages genuinely about Dark Phoenix than anything else today. People are like, the rainy day fund is over. Yeah, sorry for the hesitant start, people. I couldn't see my sound bar, so I was a little bit I didn't want to start with no sound, but we're good. We're good. For some reason, it's all good. We're here. Me and Rich are back with the regular live stream, but a little bit later on a different day, so we could actually be relevant and talk about the Marvel Legend reveals straight after they were revealed, rather than waiting a whole another week to do so. So Rich has been on the vodka. I've been drinking cider all afternoon, just waiting to jump on stream. So we're excited. I reckon it was a overall good reveal. So just first thoughts, Rich. Do you reckon it was a decent sort of showing from Hasbro?
I mean, I wish they had paid for their electric bill, but otherwise, yeah. Really, really good showing.
Yeah, literally, I had the whole Hasbro push on in the background while I was making dinner and stuff like that. And there seemed to be no hiccups, no issues. And then as soon as the Hasbro team come along, they have a power cut, and it's like the poor Hasbro team can't get a break at the minute. But all is well. We found out everything that we missed in the end. I think they're going to put the actual... after the fact as well. Mark Tat kicking off of a super chat. Thank you very much. He says that VHS, X-Men, Cyclops, and Spiral fire. And also shout out to Adam, who's just become a channel member as well, showing some love. So thank you. I see you. I appreciate you. So let me just get the housekeeping out of the way, and then we can jump straight into it, because there's lots of stuff to talk about. So first things first, welcome to the channel. Go and enjoy one of these many live streams on the channel today with me and Rich. Legends and Liquor. The replay of last week's episode is now live. There was a technical issue. I was chopping bits out, blah, blah, blah. But it is up for the replay now. And look at that. Bring Toys to Work. With
Bring Toys to Work donated $20. Congratulations on appearing on the Hasbro PulseCon pre-show. You did an amazing job representing the toy community. 20k subs is right on the horizon for you, mate.
I
Looking forward to hearing from you and Rich tonight.
Thank you very much, Bring Tools to Work, using that Streamlabs link for the donations and tips in the description. What he is alluding to, I will come to in just a second, as I did make a little cameo during the Hasbro PulseCon festivities. But as I said, back to the network, you know the score. Go and check out all those shows. Hopefully tomorrow with some Joe's reveals. Me, Mark, and Tom will be back early next week to recap them. And just like people have already been doing, you can contribute, support the channel, all that good stuff. Anything over £4 or $4, whether it's Streamlabs or a super chat. Friday is here, alive and well, working. So let us know your favourite reveals. Get involved with the conversation. Interrupt me and Rich, and let us know what you're thinking today on this Friday afternoon. It's Friday on a Friday. I can't believe it. How much fun. And then, of course, you can do so, just like Adam has just done. You can become a channel member by hitting that join button and literally become a part of the community that we're building over here. Always doing some fun stuff in Legends and Liquor and the Inner Circle and all of that. So please do get involved. And what Michael was alluding to is that earlier there was a Hasbro Pulse pre-show. It was a pre-show on their YouTube where they were basically highlighting the sort of more European, because they've opened up Hasbro Pulse now in a few different European countries. So they had a couple of guests on, one including myself. Shout out to Hugh, who I think did a great job of being a host. He is another fellow UK content creator, massively into the Transformers world. I was quite happy to be introduced to him through this little collaboration I did with Hasbro Pulse. But there you go. It is now there. So yeah, I did a little 5-minute segment talking everything apart from Marvel Legends. So basically, if anyone does go and watch this back, there you go, now I'm having technical difficulties. If anyone does go and watch that back, I wasn't allowed to mention Marvel Legends, despite the Marvel Legends behind me. They wanted me to focus on Hasbro owned IPs, aka Power Rangers and G.I. Joe, which is fine. You know, I love both of those lines, I collect both of those lines. They're just not on the display behind me. But I did have a little chat, just plugging some Power Rangers, and I asked to see some Turbo reveals, and that didn't happen. So my predictions were a complete mess. But I was on that. The replay is available. Let me skip to see. I was there. I was definitely there. Oh, there I was. There I was. See, it happened. There you go. Just fueling that shield fire. Yes, I was on Hasbro Pulse. You're welcome. As Michael said, trying to represent that good community. But today, right now, we are going to talk about this. Let's just get into it. Not messing around. Let's dive straight in to this Marvel Legends panel. Now, there's a lot of news here to dissect. A lot of reveals. So we're just going to... I've just got Toy Arc up. As always, the show sponsored by Toy Arc. And we're going to go through some pictures. Bounce around and see what we can find. Jamie Gitchard with a super chat. I appreciate that. He says, I've sent you both an Instagram DM. Things are available now. See, this is the problem about going live while there's pre-orders up, because I don't want to miss out on some of these good pre-orders, but I do think we just get panicky. That is all. But we should be good. Can you check out that DM that he sent us, Rich?
Yeah, it looks like some of the independent retailers have got stuff up.
So basically, full transparency to anyone watching, we've gone live at 10:30, where the pre-orders haven't actually went up yet, and there is some good stuff, and usually stuff on retro cards sell out pretty quick. So I do think there are some stuff that may go tonight, they may sell out tonight, depending on quantities, etc. But there's some popular, I'm thinking like Dark Phoenix, and we're gonna get into that saga. Get it? Dark Phoenix saga? Never mind. Anyway, Hasbro Pulse. Let's go straight in. Okay, so there's the lads. Ryan, Dwight, Dan, actually in the same building with Zoza Toys, and they started some reveals. Now, this reveal was teased throughout the day, and it was also revealed officially, but now we have got proper pictures. People have got it in hand already. It is something that I am very happy to see. It is an Iron Man retro card. Now, when this was first leaked on Instagram earlier today, all we seen was the shipper box, and we were panicking. Is this the new norm for retro cards? Or are we going to just see a paper window? Ultimate Carnage with a super chat. Thank you very much.
Ultimate Carnage donated £4.49. Congratulations for being on the Hasbro Pulse stream. Clapping hands, light skin tone. My top drops are Daredevil 3-pack, Retro Iron Man and VHS Cyclops.
Some great picks, and we nearly missed out on that Daredevil 3-pack thanks to their technical difficulties. But yeah, back to this. So we thought this could be the new norm for retro cards. But thankfully, it was just the shipper box, because if you take that out, then inside you actually get a retro Iron Man card in that animated glory, 2 interchangeable heads, interchangeable hands, some new effect pieces we've not seen before, and the cannon, the proton cannon, that was obviously a lot of people gravitate towards the game as well. Rich, retro carded Iron Man, probably the first reveal from today officially that was leaking throughout the day. What do you think?
So first of all, I was like, oh no, that's what they're going to do with retro cards going forward. It's going to be in a box like that with a render on the front.
Yeah, panicked.
But it's just the box. It's still inside, so that's good. I mean, this is one I wanted on this card, so I'm glad that it's stuck to the retro card. They've got that plastic packaging, and the proton cannon is amazing for like Marvel vs. Capcom fans as well. So it looks really good. I'm quite happy with this. I'm equally happy with my gold one though. So I mean, if you're not a fan of the games, then do you really need this? Maybe not. But if you're a fan of like classic Iron Man of the cartoon as well, then this is obviously that figure. So yeah, I'll definitely be picking this up.
Conic the Ledgehog donated $4.99.
Thank you, Conic.
The best reveal is saw today was the black and white Mirage Shredder. Sorry, not
okay.
Sorry, Hasbro.
Okay, I'm a little bit slow on all the other toy news in the world at the minute, but I will get to it. But Conic the Ledgehog says the best reveal he saw today was the black and white Mirage Shredder. I'm assuming that's NECA. Sorry, not Marvel. That's fine.
It's £65. Phil Jones in the chat is saying it's £65.
Iron Man is £65.
Oh, maybe I don't need the cannon so much now.
This is what's going to spoil. Like, I don't want to be
£65.
The price is going to kill us. Like we want to get excited about new toys, and then the reality of these prices are going to stab us in the back because, like, you know, I love the retro card. Every opportunity I get, I show off the retro wall. And Iron Man, we've already got War Machine, was clearly someone we needed on this card. If there's only 2 and done, it's Iron Man and War Machine. And yeah, I think the price is going to, on a lot of these items, are not. I don't even want to say shock us anymore because let's be honest, the prices are going up and up and up and up. But yeah, that's a hard pill to swallow. He says $64.99 on in-demand toys.
Out of it, so Golem just mentioned the Math-X. How much is the Math-X one?
That'll be about 90 quid, I think. Usually the imports are about 90 quid. I'm trying to... Why is my internet being slow? Maybe it's just everyone's thing. Hugo, thank you very much.
Looking forward to listening to you and Rich Water Evening.
Thank you very much, Hugo. That was much appreciated. He says, looking forward to listening to you and Rich this evening. Hugo, much appreciated. Thank you so much for that very generous Streamlab donation. I appreciate that. So thank you very much to like Ultimate Carnage, Conic the Hedgehog, Jamie Gichard, Hugo, of course, Bring Toys to Work, Mark Tac, everyone contributing today. Thank you very much. As I said, stick with us. It's late, but we're going to get through all this. So yeah, In-Demand Toys is being slow and is not working. Mike Hex with the big super
needs
chat.
Symbiotes donated $4.
Thank you.
Spider-Man animated series VHS. More symbiotes. Sold. Goblin Queen Tier 2 Haslab tees. Sold. Fortnite.
Sold a lot.
EHH disappointed, but at least we know a designer's name now.
Thank you very much, Mike, for the super chat. He says, Superman animated series VHS, more symbiotes, Goblin Queen. Sold, but he is disappointed with the Fortnite showing. I'm trying to get on In-Demands, and this is the screen I'm getting, by the way. So In-Demand's clearly a little bit popular at the minute. So, yeah, I wouldn't advise going on to In-Demand right now. They're super busy. But yeah, £65. Okay, ignoring the price. Let's just go back to the thingy. So in the shipper box, we're getting the retro carded Iron Man with all of his accessories on the card, and then the proton cannon is separate. It's a separate piece. So I like the way they've done this, because if it did turn out to be this, and then we only got War Machine on that plastic back card, I would have been a little bit disappointed. So I am happy that we know if it's all said and done with Iron Man retro cards, we've got an Iron Man and a War Machine. I will take that all day long. And the cannon does look great as well. But yeah, that price is painful. That cannon is like, I wouldn't assume that's like a 20, 30 pound cannon, do you know? So yeah, that hurts.
Wasn't Dante selling like 3D printed cannons?
Yeah.
Is it less than 30? Because it's like, that might be better.
Yeah. As I said, I don't want this stream to just be like, oh, this is a great item. Oh, the price is shit. Like, yes, the price is going to be shit on all of this, but we can conclude on that. First, let's just enjoy the product, because we would like to add these to our collection. Cam with a super chat. He says, late to join, but what up, fam? Then reveal with fire. Yeah, I think the general consensus with these reveals, because it was a lot of comic, they only sort of teased one MCU figure, and it was a what if figure that we knew was coming. So like everything else was comic based, which is what people have been clamoring for. So I do think the majority of people here are going to be happy with what they see. Again, it's just that we get excited, we see our toys we want, and then we look at the price and think, it's not, it doesn't quite equate. But let's go back to the canal, okay? Because this is when they had a little break, a break situation. I thought it was just my computer playing up, and it was like fuzzy, and like I was refreshing, but no, they actually crashed. So after they revealed this, there was a little crash, and we jumped straight to this 3 3/4 Ghost Rider. But in between that, there were some more reveals, including this 3-pack, which is a reveal that I wanted to see. I think in my last Legends and Liquor, I said if I could pick one thing, it would be a brand new, updated, pinless Daredevil. And here he is. But I didn't even get to see him talk about it because their power went out. But we are getting a new Daredevil. Now, the unfortunate thing is he is going to be in a 3-pack with some characters that you may not want to rebuy. But we do get Elektra in the white. Now, Elektra does seem to be updated. That's completely pinless. She's got a couple of head sculpts. You can see it here in the packaging. There's the plastic-free packaging, all 3 of them in the box. On the back of the box, that's everything we get with. And you can see Elektra comes with 2 heads. Now, I do want to say, it does seem like this Daredevil is on the brand new Spinneret 2-pack Spider-Man body. Am I right in saying that, Rich? I couldn't tell if he's got articulated toes.
No, it looks like Elektra's pinless as well. Like obviously the stream cut out, so we didn't get to see these ones.
Yeah, so that's the frustrating thing. We didn't get the clarification because, to be fair to the lads of the Hasbro team, they will tell us the things we want to know. But it does seem like to be a new Daredevil, which I am very happy to see. That Spider-Man Spinneret body is probably the best like Legends base body for like these athletic sort of characters. So Daredevil was a must. He's only previously in his classic design been on the Bucky cap. The Bucky cap does not do the character Daredevil justice. So he was someone that was much needed in an update. Like Rich said, Elektra has been updated as well. That hairstyle is wild. Does that allude to a specific artist or a storyline? Because that is a bush and a half.
He looks like Mike. If you Google Mike, you'll never spell Mike Diodato.
No
actually,
no
Mike Diodato kind of like Elektra solo book, but she kind of had the red hair in that, and the red costume in that. But I mean, it looks nice. If she was like a girl from New Jersey with a lot of hairspray, maybe she'd look like that.
To be fair, both of the head sculpts for this look really good. But because they've got the white bandana, you're not going to be able to swap them with the previous one. But this does look like a better Elektra anyway, because like you said, it's completely pinless. They're using the Shriek body, it seems. And this did lose the fan vote. This was in a fan vote with Silk and also a repaint of Lady Sif. So we've got Silk. She won the fan vote. We got another Silk even after that. So that was a wasted fan vote, weren't it, from everybody? Because they give us another Silk anyway. But now we're getting an updated Elektra, so maybe the white an updated version of Sif is coming eventually as well. Like that's usually the thing with these fan votes. But there she is, and then Bullseye does seem like a straight up redo of the previous one from the Man-Thing Build-A-Figure wave back in 2017. However, his torso is painted in that lighter blue. But everything else seems to be exactly the same, right?
Yeah, the chat is saying leave New Jersey alone, Jersey boy here. I like all reality TV shows set in New Jersey, people. There you go.
Is there a reason why his torso's blue? That is something that goes over my head.
I think it's like that classic run, isn't it? I think that's where that comes from with his blue look. It's like blue.
It's a bit jarring for me. Don't get me wrong, if it's spot on and it's classic to the comics, what can I say? I'm just saying, for me personally, it's not my mind's eye of Bullseye. But we do know that's a solid Bullseye figure. He also comes with the interchangeable head with the sort of scar and interchangeable hands and weapons that we've already got. But this does seem like a straight up redo of the single packed one we got in 2017. So again, even that was 5 years ago. So I think it's fair game 5 years to re-release a character to give new collectors an opportunity to get. So I'm not mad about that. So there you go. Paul Harding on the head sculpt for Daredevil as well. So you know Paul Harding is one of the best. So undoubtedly this is going to be a great Marvel Legend. Completely pinless on the Spider-Man Spinneret base body. New sculpted head. Yeah, this is what I wanted in a Daredevil action figure. This head sculpt as well for Elektra looks great. I definitely prefer this, I think, to the wild hair. But it
Jay and Resh say that the Bullseye is the modern look.
Oh, okay, fair enough. They've just—it's an amalgamation then of these 3 characters from different eras, whatever. It's an opportunity to get these characters if you haven't got them, or upgrade the versions you do have, okay? So there you go. And there's the alternative head. So a lot of people pop that head off and put it on an old Hawkeye body for the Dark Avengers with Norman Osborn, didn't they? Which sort of works, to be fair. So again, another opportunity to do that. But that is a good screaming head, to be fair. And it's a good, again, it's a solid bullseye figure. So if you've missed out, there it is. But for me, the cherry on top is this Daredevil. Really like this. What do you think of the 3-pack overall? Anything stand out? Are you going to be getting this just to get Elektra? I know I love the ladies, but
I really like that Daredevil now that it's on that body. Then I think I'm gonna get that as well. So like the Bullseye is not like my favorite look for Bullseye, but maybe I will get a 3-pack. Sorry, Tom, I did say I would get Elektra off him, but I think I might get it now.
Yeah, I do think that Daredevil, if this goes up for pre-order today, I know the price will be high, but again, everyone can buy what they want to buy. There's no one's got a gun to your head. If you want it and you're willing to pay the price, there it is. And I'm a sucker. I love this line, so I'm a sucker. I'll be getting this easily. It's not. I like this pack, but it's not my mind's eye of Bullseye. I don't get the blue, but if it is, again, they're just trying to do something different to give that original one its credit, if you know what I mean. So it doesn't diminish that original one. I guess so. But there you go. So there's the 3-pack. So that was what was revealed during their power outage that they said. Also, they revealed a 3 3/4 inch a Doctor Doom, I think, right, Rich? Is that what you said?
Yeah, there was a Doctor Doom and then the Ghost Rider as well. So they were all revealed when the power went out.
Yeah, okay, cool. So 3 3/4 stuff, there you go for anyone. I think Tom, Mini Plastic Multiverse, very apt name for Mini Plastic Multiverse, but he's the only crazy lunatic that buys these to open them. So are you going to be getting this one, Tom? I'm curious to know. It's up for pre-order, says Jamie, and he says it's $89.99. I'm trying to get on In Demand. Like, you know me, I love In Demand. Hopefully I should be getting a package from them very shortly with some new legends.
People, just to clear up though, people in the chat were saying earlier that the Iron Man was an import price because obviously In Demand are importing it because it's a Pulse exclusive.
Okay.
So it may be a different price now in like 3 minutes. We'll get to see.
I have got Hasbro Pulse Up ready to go just for the simplicity of it. But I do want to always encourage supporting our independent retailers, especially in this weird times that we're in. But the pre-orders are now live on Pulse, so I'm assuming in a couple of minutes' time they'll be live elsewhere. But no Marvel ones just yet. Rich is actually a premium member, and they didn't have any of the Marvel stuff up, which is stupid. Like, that's annoying. Anyway.
They did it last year though with the Star Wars stuff, so it must be only Hasbro brands that are in the premium sale.
Tom says, no point leaving the bike in a box. Well, I knew he was going to open that. Of course he was. Okay, so let's just pause for a second on Ghost Rider and his bike, because for some reason it reminds me of a project that's going on at the minute. Now, me and Rich have made a pact to ourselves that we are not going to talk about the Haslab and drone on about it, okay? We've talked about it far too much. So all we're going to do here is just report the news. We're not going to share any opinions for people to get... I see, I'm starting to get in trouble already. We're just going to report the news.
Just read it out.
Okay, cool. So they showed off Mephisto next to Ghost Rider. We've actually seen a physical copy of him now. He is, of course, the tier at 12,000. Will he get there? We don't know, but there he is. He does look great, though. They said he'd come with 2 sets of hands as well. Not an interchangeable head, but he will come with 2 sets of hands. And just looking at that, I think it looks great. So taking the whole concept of Haslab just to the side for a minute, Rich, do you like the look of Marvel Legends Mephisto?
Yeah, he looks all right in person.
Yeah, he looks good. They also showed him holding a pie. Mephisto's hungry, even Hal. But no, it's not a cherry pie. It is a tease for the next tier. So this is going to be tier 2. Ryan Ting even did say the second tier. So everyone's mind is gone straight to Madeline Pryor, right? The Goblin Queen.
The Goblin Queen.
Yeah, it's got to be Madeline Pryor. If you can't see, she has that sort of crest on that uniform. Now, I'd be surprised if Legends do that uniform, even for a Haslab, but I wouldn't be mad at it. So there you go.
I think they've got to do that uniform. I think if they announce like Madeline in a tank top, then oh god,
just with a soft goods t-shirt over the top. Just there. But yeah, that we think that tease, like everyone else. Again, we ain't breaking news here. Everyone else thinks the same. Thinks that is alluding to Madeline Pryor. So who knows what the tier will be? We don't know, but that's in the direction that Haslab Engine of Vengeance seems to be going. Mephisto at 12,000. If that ever hits, the next tier will be Madeline Pryor. But again, that's a whole other saga that I don't want to get into. So I'm going to close them, and that'll be that. That is the news reported on the Haslab. Back to the regular scheduled program. So, okay. There's that. There's the Ghost Rider. Let's keep going through. Right, again, I'm on a toy arc right now, people. So I am just skipping through the images in order. Okay, next up, the Orb. So we've been talking about the Orb for a while because it was confirmed that the little accessory that Dwight was showing off at San Diego Comic-Con during those fan interactions, it was the Orb, which is another sort of deep cut for Ghost Rider. But if Rectangular's lists are to be believed, this is going to be part of some sort of Avengers wave with another character they showed off in a second here. But first, just taking a look at Orb. What are you saying, Rich?
Yeah, it looks cool. No interest in the Orb, so I will not be getting this one.
Do you know what? I'd be lying to you if I was like, oh yeah, I'm a big Orb guy. Like, I know everything about him. I just love this wacky character design. He's like Who Crew villain all day long. And that, by the way, there is a version of the Orb where it's a man in a mask, but the actual main Orb, he actually just has a deformity where his head is a giant eye. So yeah, he like works for the circus or something like that, and I just think it looks wacky and it'll look great on a shelf. I love those obscure characters that will stand out in a display. And yeah, undoubtedly, this guy, first time ever in Marvel Legends. I always love adding characters to the to our collection for the first time. So yeah, this is going to be part of a wave later down the line in 2023. So he's going to be single packed. And yeah, first time in the line. Who doesn't like the Orb? And as we go through here, people, let me just get a gauge of what you think, and let's get a hit and miss in the chat as we go through here, so we can start an Orb. I'm going to put a poll up, Rich, while we pause here for a second, and I'm going to put, did you like today's reveals, or yeah, that would do, wouldn't it? Did you like today's reveals? And then we can put yes and no, and we can have a maybe option. I liked half. That's stupid. No, I'll just put yes, no. That's stupid. Yes or no? Did you like today's Marvel Legends reveals? Marvel Legends reveals. Okay, cool. That'll do. Poll is now live, so the people can speak to me. But so far, a few hits for the eye guy, says Jason Lopez, the retweeting king. But Golem says the body is on his whack. Yeah, don't get me wrong. Like, in an ideal world, we would all love every Marvel Legend from now to forever to be on triple articulated, completely pinless bodies, but it is no secret to the Marvel Legends line over the past 20 years, there's a lot of reuse. So unfortunately, we are still going to see reuse, especially on some obscure characters like this. So it's still on a fine Marvel Legend body. I won't say a great, but it's fine for the Orb, I think, anyway. As I said, for me, it's not about getting him into wacky poses. It's just about having him in the shelf, because you're going to be able to spot... If I put him on the shelf behind me, you're going to see that eye forever on the stream. So, yeah, there you go.
Just to interrupt you, so it does look like the prices are cheaper on Pulse. So Cyclops is only $27.99, so that's cheaper than Mystique was. It's back to the price that Morph was. And then Elektra, that set is $79.99, not $89.99.
Okay, I can live with that. So like 80 quid, that's like £25 a figure. So it's about standard, isn't it? What you'd expect. And there you go. Here's the retro stuff at 26, which again, it's been creeping up all year. So it's horrible. I don't agree with it. The prices are too high. Okay, everyone out there, the prices are too high. You don't have to buy them. I'm just making that clear. People mix my messages all the time. But it is what it is. If you want them, they're there. I do want some of these, so I'm going to be buying them. I'm not about that guy, though, but we'll get to that in a minute. But there you go. It's up for pre-order now. So open up a second tab and pre-order some stuff where you can listen to us chat some nonsense. Okay, so there's the Orb. I like it. The chat seems to like it. Rich is skipping it, but I understand it's the bloody Orb. Let's keep going through. So the next up one, I don't think he will be skipping. That's just my assumption of Rich. Are you getting Molecule Man, Rich?
Yes, I will get Molecule Man.
What do you think?
It's a really good looking figure. I mean, it's quite a simple design, but they pulled it off really nice, like nice face sculpt, like with the green and the purple. Just looks really, really good. Hey, it's Brandon.
Brandon, hello.
Yo, can you hear me?
We can. Where are you?
I'm in the kitchen. We just got back from the cinema.
Oh, okay, cool. Did you get to see any of the stream?
I haven't seen any of the stream. I haven't seen. I did see that you're gonna be upset about your Dark Phoenix 2-pack.
Look, we haven't got to that yet. We haven't got to that yet.
I did see that.
See the grin you've got on your face now. See that grin you've got.
And I told you so is coming.
Yeah, I knew that grin. I knew I'd see that grin at some point this evening. I knew it.
Yeah, but I saw that. I think I maybe saw a Daredevil. I saw a whole bunch of people whining for whining's sake.
Don't start them off.
Yeah.
Don't start them off. We're just as bad as them if we're moaning about the moaners. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to be. Let's just. Yeah. We're talking talk.
I opened up Instagram and it was a mixed bag. But from what I could see, the brief couple of bits I saw, that Daredevil, that Cyclops, I think, and that Dark Phoenix, things look pretty damn good.
Yeah. Cool.
What just quickly? What are the release dates of these?
Let's have a look, shall we? I'm just going to click on Dark Phoenix. The release date on Pulse, it says the 1st of April, 2023. Okay. So I'll probably have it next week.
Ignoring this, just not truthfulness. What did they say on the stream is the likely release date for this?
Oh, did they introduce this
or pitch it as like 2023 product?
No, it's 2022 for X-Men.
Yeah, this year. This is going to my Spider-Man retro of last year, where we got it at the end, like near Christmas. So I think we get these in hand this year.
Okay. My one other question is: did we get the final Walgreens villain?
Yes, Moonstone.
Yes, we did.
Okay. On the Shriek body or on a new body?
Shriek arms, but not Shriek legs.
Oh.
Yeah, half and half, unfortunately, with that one.
Frankenstein.
In a Thunderbolt outfit.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, okay. Well, I'm excited to catch up on the reveals.
Just for the chat's sake, Brandon's making a quick cameo, by the way, because he's with his lady friend for the weekend. So, Brandon, any final words in there you can get gone, my friend?
Well, I mean, generally, there are some big hitters there. So, without having seen the stream, if I was to take a guess, the Legends team hit out the park again. I think this Molecule Man looks interesting. Are those pinless arms and legs again?
Completely pinless.
Yeah,
all new.
It looks like. Oh, that's all new.
It might not be all new.
The Red Skull style.
Might not be all new, but I mean, it's all like pinless. It's what we'd expect.
Yeah, that looks nice.
This is the best that Legends can offer us right now. It looks really good.
Yeah. That Cyclops is a beauty. I've been meaning to sell the Warlock Wave Cyclops for like months, and I can tell that my time to sell that probably finally ran out with.
Mate, I've got this going real cheap. Richard offered me a couple £100 not too long ago, so I'm hoping to take him up on this very soon.
Oh, Billy, now I know.
We'll get to that.
Again, that told you so is coming. I can hear it.
You were eager though. You sold yours way too long ago. You were too eager.
I did. Yeah, I sold mine. I think I sold mine in the first lockdown, which must be like, what, 2.5 years ago now? Crazy.
Lifetime ago.
See? But I knew it was coming.
So from what you have seen, Brandon, before you go, favourite reveal?
Probably Dark Phoenix for that sweet taste of fulfillment.
You bastard. Okay, get out of here. Off you go.
There's 300 people here. That's crazy.
Yeah, give them a wave. Give them a wave.
Your collections. Go follow it. Catch you guys soon.
Yeah, in the description. It's in the description. Bye-bye.
Take care, guys. Bye.
Bye-bye. Right, let's jump back. And then there were two. Okay, back to Molecule Man. Okay, I agree with you, Rich. I think it looks great. I like how you're wearing green on theme with Molecule Man today. Just needed like a purple scarf or something.
Dungeons and Dragons. That's what I was repping, Dan. Okay, come on.
Sorry. My bad. I told you, that one's went over my head. I didn't see that animated show at all. But I did read Secret Wars, so I really like the idea of Molecule Man. I do think that leads to... I think this sort of... Because they said that we're going to see more characters... From that story, I think that leads to the kids, the Fantastic Four kids. So Molecule Man, part of an Avengers wave with the Orb. I think Molecule Man and the Orb are in the same wave. I think that's what they alluded to. I don't know if they concretely said that, but again, if you go and look at Rectangular's lists, it sort of looks that way. So there you go. These are 2023 reveals, though. So yeah, Molecule Man looks fire, by the way, people. Undoubtedly. Let's have a quick little zoom in there. Head sculpt looks great. He comes with some accessory pieces. I think they're the same ones we've seen before, like the flame balls that we've seen on top of sort of characters, but just now in the purple. But other than that, completely pinless. Looks really nice. No complaints from me. Happy to add Moloku Man to the Marvel Legends collection. Undoubtedly, he looks great. Any final words on Moloku Man?
No, just that I will buy him.
We will buy him. We both will. Good. Okay, there he is. There's a better look at the pigeon. So, as we just mentioned to Brandon, they revealed the last Walgreens exclusive this year, and it's also the second one on the plastic-free packaging, and it's Moonstone. So we haven't had her since the Thunderbolts San Diego Comic-Con box set, and I think she is the last figure that from that box set to get a single release, right? Because, or maybe not a single release because we've never got a single release of Luke Cage, but
or Satana or Ghost.
True. Okay, so she's another character to get a single release then, or another opportunity. Ignore me. I was trying to go through my head. But yeah, you're spot on. So anyway, if you don't have that box set, which is quite a hard box set to find this day and age, it came out, that box set, I want to say 2016? Thunderbolts box set, 2016, I think.
I think it was before that. I think it was
maybe?
Like 2013 or something.
Wow, okay. Well, the Return of Legends was 12, 13, so maybe.
I think it was 13 because there was no one in. I can't remember anyone importing this one, and then after that, everything seemed to be imported. So I think it was 13.
Someone in the chat will know.
Yeah.
Dark Phoenix sold out on Pulse on US already. Shit. Quick, let's go to Pulse. I'm putting it in my basket. I'm just ordering it right now. I'm not panicking.
They haven't even listed Iron Man on UK Pulse yet.
Right. Sorry, people. I'm jumping back. I just need to. I don't want to miss out on these pre-orders. I appreciate the update. Okay. I'm going to, because on Pulse we can check out. Okay. Yeah. Just. There we go. Thank you, Dominique. I appreciate that.
Dominique Smith donated $4.99. Dark Phoenix sold out already on Pulse US.
Yeah, that is quick. I told you, these retro carded figures, they're popular, and it may be the last retro carded wave we get, especially now they've confirmed that Spider-Man's going to the VHS line. So again, put your order in on Pulse if you're even if you think you might want it, to risk it selling out. So thank you very much.
Juan Benitez donated $5.
I need a
Love the reveals. Still hoping to one day see Rom Space Knight.
Rom Space Knight, yeah, if you hit in Marvel. Love the reveals, says Guan. Still hoping to see Rom Space Knight. I do think that's a legal thing where they can't make toys of him, I think.
Hasbro own Rom anyway. That's the problem.
Oh, okay.
It's a Hasbro character, so Hasbro own the rights to Rom, so they could do Rom, but he wouldn't be in the Legends line because they did him in that the G.I. Joe. It was like a Revolutions line where they crossed over all the Hasbro brands in like 3.75 inch.
Okay, yeah.
I think there was a ROM in that. I could be wrong.
Sorry, I'm listening. I'm just going to my basket and filling it up. I'm literally doing live pre-orders, people.
That's what I was doing with Brandon. So I was like, yes.
Live pre-orders in. Okay, why ain't they ain't going in my basket? Come on now. Okay, I think my baskets. I might have to wait here. I feel rude pre-ordering while I'm live. I'll have to wait. Don't worry about it. Zemo Goblin is subscribed. Welcome, Zemo Goblin. Welcome to the channel. If you are one of the 300 people watching, if you want to get involved in the chat, you just have to hit that subscribe button. It's as simple as that. Don't be shy. Me and Rich are going to continue to go through some of these. So we just mentioned Moonstone. So I didn't ask what you think, Rich. Did you have that previous Moonstone, or is this someone you're going to want to get?
No, I didn't. And last month's paycheck, I was seriously debating buying this for like someone in Canada had it for like 350, and they had like a buy it now, but you could like make offers, and I was going to offer him like 300. Wow. But then I stopped myself that, and I'm glad I did.
The super producer just a feeling from inside told him no, don't do it, and this is exactly why. Moonstone is the last Walgreens exclusive, so we're probably going to get her very soon. If she's got a Walgreens exclusive. Again, in the UK, there are no Walgreens. So this isn't an exclusive to us. So we have an easier time getting it, thankfully. But I don't have that Thunderbolt set either. Thankfully, I got the characters I wanted it from that set. I got Ghost from Dante, shout out the Infinity Equation. So yeah, I need Moonstone. So as I told Brandon, she's half new, half old, as she's got the new double jointed pinless arms from Shriek, but she has pinless legs, pins on the legs, which is a bit weird how they do half and half. Like, I don't understand. Is that a budgeting thing? Like, surely they know people would rather it all be pinless. So there must be a reason behind the scenes that they don't go the full whack here. But there you go. That's what we're getting. Pinless arms, but pins on the legs and 2 sets of hands. So not a lot of accessories, to be honest, to fit in that empty box. But it is nice to get a character out that has been quite hard to attain. So again, I'm a sucker for this line, and I need to add Moonstone to the collection, so I'll be taking it. The new digital face printing tech as well. So the face will probably look nicer than the previous version. But there you go. There she looks. So yeah, me and Rich are in on that one as well. So yeah, last Walgreens exclusive. Next up, they showed this is the only MCU reveal from the whole panel, and it was a tease for 2023, and it was the What If Gamora. Thank you, Mark Tatak, who says Dwight as Strife was a highlight. Yeah, that helmet. I don't think Ryan's lying when he said that whole budget. The reason that Moonstone has pins on her legs is because they had to use that budget to get the tool in for Dwight's bloody helmet. But anyway, back to Gamora. We've yet to see her episode, but we did see her during not as Guardians of the Galaxy. What are they called? The Guardians of the Multiverse? Is that what they're called? I can't remember. What's that team called at the end of the What If?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
I'm like a bottle of vodka in now, Dan. I'm like barely speaking, so whatever.
Yeah. We've seen her in that last episode of What If, but we haven't seen her episode to sort of explain how she ends up with Thanos' armor and her weapon. So anyway, we're getting her in figure form to add to your Guardians of the Multiverse. I think that's what they're called. I think the only ones we're missing now are like a Killmonger and stuff like that. But anyway, there you go. That's the only MCU reveal today, so we're just going to breeze by a 2023 sort of pipeline reveal, if you will. Okay, so next up, they had some American football guy that I have no idea who he is. Sorry if he's a big deal. I don't know who he is. But he likes Marvel Legends, and he's getting his son into Marvel Legends, so I can respect and appreciate that. And he showed off the brand new retro card X-Men Wolverine, and this Wolverine, yes, it's another Wolverine, but it's a Wolverine in a costume we haven't got in the Legends line, and it's also, talking about pins, a completely pinless Wolverine, which I think is the first. He comes with 2 heads, and he is in that classic design. Now, again, I showed this picture earlier, and let me jump back to this Uncanny X-Men picture. Now, by the end of 2023, I think we're going to be able to complete this whole team. Everyone wearing the blues and the yellows, we're going to be able to complete, because there's a couple of rumoured free packs, a couple of figures already got confirmed today, and the ones that we can pre-order right now already is, of course, this Wolverine in the yellows and blues. So it's going to be really nice to get that team complete on the shelf. But pinless, yellow and blue Wolverine on the retro card. Were you happy when you seen this, Rich? Or were you thinking, oh no, another Wolverine?
No, because this is like one of the like iconic Wolverine costumes for me anyway. And obviously this was released on that original Toy Biz card as well. I think this was like the 3rd Wolverine figure released.
Indeed, yeah.
So it is like iconic for lots of things. Like X-Men, that Uncanny X-Men 275 cover by Jim Lee is like, I think I got a poster of it upstairs, but it's just like an iconic look for that team.
Epic,
where they're all in like a uniform look, but they've all got like their own individual adaptations of it as well. Like Banshee gets his cape, Jubilee gets his glasses, like Gambit gets his like cowl, and they got the strap going over him, and he's probably going to come with his jacket, I would imagine, when they do him. But it's just like a really good set of figures, and that Banshee has been long needed as well. But also, I hope they do all the people in the background as well, like Lilandra, Savage Land, Rogue. There's lots of characters there that we need.
What are you talking about? We've got Lilandra.
Oh yeah, on the Silver Sable body.
We've got Lilandra. Well, we've got a head. This is everything they've given us for Lilandra so far. That's it. That's what we've been given for Lilandra. So yes, I agree with you. I will take that all day long. More of the Shi'ak, more of the cosmic world all day long. But anyway, Wolverine, the first retro one. So of course that led to a whole reveal of a whole wave of X-Men retro cards, which I'm very happy to see, as the X-Men retro cards never got shown too much love. And as we're moving away from retro cards now into this plastic-free packaging, I am glad to see they got one last wave out there. I've already got a wall full of Spider-Man, so I can't be too mad. I think I did pretty well with that. So I'm happy that the orange and purple cards got some love here. So makes complete sense for this Wolverine. Selfishly, I would have liked a Tiger Stripe Wolverine on this orange card, just for my own selfish nostalgia. But I completely understand how this makes a lot of sense as well. And there's going to be people out there very happy to get this. Next up, which made me burst out laughing. Like, I'm not even joking. I was typing in our group chat, Rich. Ha, 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 ha. But I was genuinely laughing as well out loud when they revealed this. So not only are we going to get Mojo single-packed release that they didn't even mention today on the stream. They didn't even acknowledge it. But we're also going to get single-packed Longshot on the retro card, even though we're getting him in that Mojo World 4-pack. So Longshot, what did you think when you seen this? Were you laughing like me?
I was running to Pulse to go and cancel my Mojo 4-pack. That's what I was doing, Dad.
Okay,
but...
chat, hands up in the chat, right? I want to see the hands emoji. Who cancelled their Mojo World 4-pack order when they revealed Longshot? Okay, I'm genuinely curious because I know Rich isn't the only one. There are some differences though, Rich. Dwight confirmed that the star is white in the Mojo World 2-pack, 4-pack, just saying. And I also think there's a slight deco change. So there is a little bit of difference. It's all in the deco. It's how they get you. So I'm looking at the chat. Just ordered the X-Men Retro Wave of Star Action figures and the Daredevil 3-pack from Pulse UK. And my wallet screamed at me the whole way, says Neil. Yeah, unfortunately, that's how it's going to be. I just think as prices get, like... because there's no escaping it. Everything on this planet is going up. The cost of living's going up. Everything's going up. So just as collectors and just fans of this hobby, we just got to be a lot more selective with what we buy. And it just means that the stuff we will buy, we're going to appreciate that so much more. So we just got to be more selective. That's all it is. But it is very frustrating that price keeps going up. Very frustrating. Okay, I've seen some hands. Okay, Night Court, Mike Hex, Shogun versus Wu-Tang, Craig Smith, Storm Elite says he didn't even pre-order it in the first place. One says keeping the pre-order. McButter Golden says I think they did mention him, but that's when the power went out. Yeah, probably mentioned Mojo then. Hit Animus. Jay says he's on the fence as Mojo is better in the box. Shavin's got his hand up. Curtis has got his hand up. Alex has got his hand up. Profits cancelled months ago. So yeah, there you go. Clearly, them revealing these before the Mojo World 4-pack comes out is, again, it's just unfortunate people don't want both. They're going to pick either or. So there you go. You can have an opportunity to get Longshot single pack now. But there are some deco differences, like Dwight pointed out, for anyone curious. Like Mojo's deco is better in the 4-pack, I believe, even though some people may prefer the single pack sort of very, very yellowish version without the sort of paint spots on him. Which version do you prefer, Rich, out of the Mojo?
So I like the painted version, but I think the colors of the single pack is more kind of like the animated show or like the classic comics. It's like the warts and that he had later on, and it's I think it looks more like the Toy Biz figure as well. I think just that because that was the original Toy Biz one in 5 inches, because that was just like monotone one green color type of thing. So I think there's different things for everyone. I mean, the thing I like about the deluxe as well is like all the wires are painted. It's got that metallic effect on the legs as well. So, I mean, there are differences, but I just think releasing them both so soon after that deluxe pack. I mean, I suppose it gives people options now. If people thought that was over expensive, you can do like me and just go and buy them singularly. And Dazzler is available at the Entertainer for £10 as well if you want that Dazzler with the shorter hair.
This is due to ship on Monday. So, again, we could have this 4-pack in the UK. I say 4-pack, even though it's not really a 4-pack, by the end of next week. So I hope to have that in hand. So I am looking forward to adding Mojo to the collection. And again, there's my long shot there. He's got the one strap of bandana type thing, whatever you call it, with the white, the bandolier maybe. And then this one, you can see it's got the 2 straps and he's got the yellow star. And he's also got a different paint on his eye, I think. So there are... Yeah,
Rush said or something in the chat that this one's got a white eye and one hasn't.
Yeah, so if we have a look, this one doesn't have the whited out eye, where the actual single pack version has got the white in his eye. So there are some differences that still distinguish the 2 different releases. So again, it's up to you which ones you buy, but at least they're conscious, even though it's pretty scummy sometimes, at least they're conscious, they're making some changes. But there you go, Longshot. He was another one on the orange card. Next up, one I wasn't expecting to see after Longshot, is Multiple Man, a very popular character, another character that's very hard to find in the yellow and blue. He's on the shelf there. I've got a couple thanks to a few people in the community. I think Wolfpack was one, and whoever the others were, I love you. But this is the classic sort of Multiple Man that I think people wanted. This is the one people wanted. It doesn't come with 2 heads. It comes with another head, though, which is good. What do you think of Multiple Man, Rich?
Yeah, it looks really good. So yeah, classic Jamie look. I think a lot of people did want is the X Factor Investigations Jamie as well.
I would have liked that.
But hopefully they can get to the hat at some point. I mean, because like with Multiple Man, you need multiple versions of him. So he's not a figure that you can keep buying and buying and buying and still fit on your shelves, isn't he? So it's good that he comes with one alternate head as well. Obviously, the last time he had 2 alternate heads, but you can still buy a couple of these and like build out your multiple man army.
Shout out Daniel Ortiz, who's just become a channel member. Thank you very much, my friend. I see you. I appreciate that. I like how Dan Yoon pointed out on the packaging. If you look, that the placement of the alternative head is actually perfectly in line with the actual 4th multiple man in the back. So that lined up pretty well. Just a funny little observation. But yeah, multiple man in his... this is the type of character that, of course, is multiple man. His ability is... he multiplies, okay? So you need more than one of him on a display, I think. I think that's fair. I've got 3 of the previous ones, but that's a fair assumption to make, right? Do you think, Rich? It's multiple man. You need at least 2 more flanking him, all right?
Yeah, and I like, especially if you only got one of the other one as well, you can get 2 of these ones as well. So like you can have a mix as well.
Yeah, that's what you need to get your priorities in now if you want them, because this is the type of character that may be plentiful at first, but you try and get that previous multiple man now, it's hard. So if you're thinking about it, just get a couple of pre-orders in and cancel later if you want. Just because he's going to be popular. All these retro cards are going to be popular. I think the orange cards more so. I think the purple cards more so than the orange. So let's get into it. Okay, so yeah, multiple man's great. Comes with 2 interchangeable heads, which is perfect for a multiple man power. Okay, keep going. Let's keep going. There's loads of head sculpts. Okay, let's get to it. I knew what was coming. So if you've been watching, we've been streaming now for over 100 weeks in a row consistently, and I always joke that my break glass for emergency fund, which I nearly had to sell when my car buggered up on me a few weeks ago, Rich even put an offer in. Like Rich put a genuine offer in on this 2-pack. It's got the Toys R Us sticker on there. It was the Toys R Us exclusive 2-pack with the Dark Phoenix and Cyclops. Now, if you had checked eBay last night, like literally 24 hours ago, you could have sold this Jean Grey Phoenix for about $200. Easy. With all the heads as well. You can sell each one of these heads for like $50. There's 3 heads in here. Like, this was a very, very sought after Marvel Legend. A grail for a lot of people. And a lot of people, including Brandon, including Rich, and people like from the crew have been telling me, sell it. Another one will come. But it just held that sentimental value. It got the Toys R Us sticker on it. Like, I don't know. It just held that sentimental value. So I held on, people, right? But I held on far too long because what they revealed today looks so much better. Not only have they re-released the very sought-after Dark Phoenix on a desired retro card, it's also pinless. It's on an updated female body. Now, the deco's a little bit different. It's a little bit brighter compared to the sort of more, I'd say more metallic. It's not really metallic, but it's like maroon.
Got gold in it. That's got the more gold on it as well than the yellow of this one. This is more like animated style.
It's like a maroon with gold, I would say, rather than metallic. But it's definitely a dark sort of burnt red, like a blood burnt red, I guess. That's the best way to explain it. Where this one here that they showed off today is definitely a much vibrant, much brighter red and gold. And it's on
better looking, Dan. You'd say, yeah.
What I will say is that I've got an extra head, all right? There you go. And everyone loves extra head, so there you go. That's what I'm going to say there. But it does look better. I'm not going to know. The body is definitely better. Undoubtedly, it's a better body. It still comes with the Phoenix fire effect as well. And out of the 3 head sculpts that came with that pack, one of them was an apology head for the green outfit Jean Grey that came in a previous wave anyway. So I think they've picked the best head out of the 3-pack to go on this figure. But yeah, looks so good. So Rich, what do you think?
Like A+ for this one. And the thing is, I don't think anyone expected this one. It didn't leak. Like, I don't think anyone was expecting that this one was coming.
It's nice to get surprised. Like David Evan Smith surprising us with a super chat. Thank you very much. David Evan Smith
donated $4.99. Spiral and Dark Phoenix are now both sold out in USA.
Oh, no.
Glad I got my order in within 5 minutes of them going up.
Wow, okay, so...
Cold sweat smile.
So I appreciate the updates for the chat here, people. Spiral and Dark Phoenix, so what we're talking about right now, have already sold out in the USA. I'm just going to check Pulse again, UK. I had one in basket. I've got one in basket, and I should really check out, but I'm a professional. The show must go on. But so far it's in stock still. Okay, so if you're in the UK, it's still available. So I'll keep an eye on that. Please do keep me updated in the chat, people. I am very curious because I think these are going to be very popular. So yeah, Rich says this is A star. I'm assuming there's going to be a lot of hits for this one. It's definitely a hit from me anyway, even though I have got the other one. The other one will still hold a special place in the collection. I have even now I have no intention of selling it. Pointless now anyway, but I will still get this one to keep on card. It's beautiful.
So are you getting like 2 of all these?
No. With my rule with the X-Men retros is like my mind's eye version of the characters. So I'm talking like Jim Lee outfit. So I to be fair, this one's so nice I might get one just to get one to just keep, just in case. This is a just in case twofer. But I don't have the intention to buy 2 of these to display or anything like that. If Wolverine was in his Jim Lee outfit, for example, I would have got it. But again, I understand that they're not going to re-release the same figure just to be on retro card to please me on my wall. I've only got 4 walls anyway. The Hexagon House plans have fell through. It's not happening, Amanda said. Anyway, Jean Grey looks great. But not only Jean Grey, I reckon all these purple cards are heavy hitters. Next up, okay, so there she is. She looks great. Next up, another sought-after villain. First time in the Legends line to add to our Brotherhood of Mutants. And since we got Toad this year as well, a lot of people have been clamoring for Avalanche. And we are getting Avalanche, and he looks great. Not only is on the purple retro card, he genuinely does look great with the sort of metallic helmet. And he's got 2, I think, he comes with a couple of sets of hands there. But for me, it's just about it's filling that gap in the collection. Like, Avalanche was a gap in our Brotherhood of Mutants. I made a custom version of Mastermind, for God's sake, but I couldn't make a custom version of Avalanche. So, very happy to see Avalanche. Fills that much needed gap, as I said, to go along with Magneto and with your Toad, etc. And also, if you're buying figures from like your nostalgic attachment to the animated show, he's in that scene where they're running together at the start of the show in that intro. So anyway, Avalanche. Rich, you happy to see Avalanche? Is it someone you'll be getting?
Yeah, 100% long overdue for the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. I think with Toad this year and Pyro last year, he's like one of the last classic characters. Like, I think we just need like a Destiny really and an updated Blob, and then we've got like the whole team. But this Avalanche looks good, like that metallic effect on him looks really nice as well. Like, I think some people want him to come like with the A on his belt, but I mean, this still looks really, really nice, good looking figure. I would definitely be adding this one.
If I was being picky, my mind's eye of Avalanche would have been with the A logo, but I'm not mad it's not there, because for me it's still Avalanche. But I think my mind would have gravitated towards that as well. But yeah, you're absolutely right. To go along with the again, we're getting another opportunity to get Mystique with the VHS line as well. But if you have got like Mystique and Toad and Pyro and Magneto, like that itself is a nice little setup for your X-Men villain shelf already. Do you know? So yeah, perfect. So again, so far this wave has been full of hitters. And they may have finished with the most anticipated or most wanted, especially since we've seen that Mojo set. I already showed the image of, but you already know it's Spiral on the orange card. Now, I was like everyone else when they revealed that Mojo set. I probably said it on this stream multiple times. I would have much preferred to have seen Spiral in that set compared to Dazzler. As much as I like Dazzler and the update of Dazzler, it would have made a lot more sense for me to see Longshot, Spiral, Mojo. But we didn't. And now we know why, because they saved it for this retro card, which, if we're believed to be out this year, it won't be too long before we get her either. So Spiral, with her 6 arms, actually looks pretty good. Like, the old one, even though it's a bit stylized now, a bit outdated, it's still very sought after, because we haven't had one since then. I think the other one was in the Hasbro days, but it was the Hasbro Dark days. I'm trying to work out, Rich, are they 6 pinless arms?
That's what I was trying to look at. It looks like they are, but I can't really tell. Or are they? Yeah, they are double jointed, aren't they? At least the front 2 are. Yes. No, they are all double jointed.
So they're all, if they're double jointed, they're pinless then. So
yeah, because all the females.
Shartimus Prime must be like having a seizure somewhere. Someone go and check on Russ. Is he all okay? Because there's a female Marvel Legend here with 6 double jointed arms. She comes with a weapon for each hand as well, which is great to see. And again, I love this figure. Rich, you must be happy with this, right?
Yeah, and I think conversely, where we've been saying about the price with this one, she is $25.99. Like, I would assume this would have been a deluxe figure. She's got like a lot of pieces that won't fit on anyone else. She's got a lot of paint on her. She's got the arms. She's got the accessories. So for this is a good price, I think, for this one. Like, I mean, like, you can't, I don't think you can complain. Well, Tom's in the chat complaining. I said that. He's not complaining, but how is Spiral a standard $23.99 figure when we get deluxe figures with less? I mean, yeah, it's all nonsense how this is all worked out. But I think this is a good price for this one. I don't think anyone can say that. I mean, like, look, David, all the stuff that she comes with, this is definitely the star of the wave. And I think however you're building those Mojo figures, she's one you need to go with Mojo and Longshot as well.
Like David already said, she and Dark Phoenix are the first two to sell out. And if I was in Vegas right now and I had to put money on who would have been the first to sell out in this wave, it would have been those two. So it doesn't surprise me. Two very sought after figures. Characters that we have had in the Hasbro line before. Like, we got Spiral back in the dark days of Hasbro. And as I said, we got Dark Phoenix in this Toys R Us 2-pack as Toys R Us was sort of disappearing. So they're two characters that are accessible. You can get, but they're two upgrades, which is such a difference. So it's not just re-releases, they're upgrades to the previous version. So it sort of makes the previous ones irrelevant. If you're like me, you like to add the best version of each character to the collection. And both of these, in my opinion at least, are upgrades to the previous the previous versions that were available to us. So, yeah, all the weapons are reused. Like, I recognise one there from... So Angela, she came with one of those swords, one of those dagger things, and there's swords that I'm sure we've seen with multiple Legends, but I don't care. She's going to look great with all her weapons up. The face looks great with the 3D face printing tech, with the whited out eyes. I'll see if I can zoom in a little bit there as well. But yeah, there you go. And I do think there's promo pictures up for these now as well, of course, because they're on Pulse, but I just like to see the figures in hand. I think that gives you a much better gist of what they look like. Okay, so Spiral, there you go. So there's the full wave. So, just on that X-Men wave as a whole, Rich, final thoughts, those 6 figures there, what do you think?
I think this is a strong wave. I think it's a wave of, like, must-wanted characters. I'd go so far as to say this is probably better than the Bonebreaker wave, apart from Bonebreaker himself. I think this lineup of 6 figures, it appeals to, like, your classic fans of X-Men, your modern fans of X-Men, your fans of the animated series. It hits all those notes, I think. It's got a bunch of characters that are, like, well known, and it's got a bunch of characters that are much wanted, and we've even got, like, characters who haven't had Legend before. So it's, like, a really, really brilliant lineup. I think it is, like, I think it was the highlight of today's show, to be honest, with this one wave.
I agree. This is the only full wave they revealed. But yeah. Pinned equals pinless. Damn autocorrect. Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought you were trying to say that they do have pins in the arms, but no. Remember, we have that no pins emoji that I never get to use. So there you go. No pins. Okay. Let's keep going through. So now they get into the teases for next year. Now we've already just seen Wolverine. So there you go. Wolverine is up for pre-order right now in the blue and the yellows. Now we've already showed you this Uncanny X-Men cover. So next year, and again, if you've heard of Rectangular, then a few of these characters are getting released next year, and Hasbro may have just give some justification to those rumours, because we are getting Storm in her yellow and blue. Now, they didn't say if it's going to be in a wave, single pack, 3-pack, whatever, but the rumours are...
They did say it was an all-new pinless body as well for this one.
No, yeah, so it's a female with the straps on the legs, isn't it? So now we've got a male body and a female body with that uniform. So it makes sense for them to get them all out. Now, again, these are just rumours. Again, it's rumoured to be in a 3-pack with Jubilee and Forge. Just putting that out there. But that's where the rumours are coming from. Again, go and watch Rectangular's video if you want to know all of that gossip. But there's Storm confirmed, okay? She comes with the 2 sets of hands with the lightning effects and 2 sets of normal hands as well on this new female body, which is great. Another figure, also in that uniform, that they've been prodding and teasing Dwight about for a long time, Banshee. And they also confirmed Banshee comes with not 1 but 2 head sculpts, and they're screaming. So maybe one screaming, one isn't. That's the way they should have done his daughter Siren. But at least they've done it right.
And this uniform as well, it's not just like a straight up Wolverine with a new head. Like, it's got the sculpted collar pieces on it. The gloves are different as well compared to that Wolverine. So, and it's obviously got his cape, which looks much better than the Siren cape looked as well. Like, it's actually goes down to his feet, I think, on this one. So this looks really, really cool. Really loving this. And again, this uniform fits in with Generation X at last. We can fit this into Generation X Banshee as well. So this is like my pick of all the figures shown. This is like a brilliant figure.
It's got the butterfly joints. It clips onto the ankle, like you can see there at the top of the boot. Same. It seems like it may clip as well onto that strap on the back. Maybe there's a little bit of blue extending there as well on the waist. So again, maybe that's a part of it. But yeah, as you said, and again, not just a straight up redo of that previous Wolverine, because again, Wolverine's shorter than a lot of the other X-Men. They couldn't really reuse that, so they've got to make another body. So maybe the upper torso's all new for Banshee. But anyway, like Rich was saying, he's happy with that. But just overall, Rich, seeing these two, Banshee is confirmed again to be in another 3-pack with Gambit and Psylocke. So if that's all to be true, we are going to be ticking off like Forge, Psylocke, who else we got? Jubilee, Gambit's over there as well underneath Banshee. There's Storm up top there. So people, this is going to be a good year next year. Like, if you want to complete a team on the shelf, it's going to happen. We've already got 3 confirmed today with Wolverine, Storm, and Banshee all shown and confirmed today in their blue and yellow uniforms. If the rumours are out there, you can go and find them for yourself. Storm is going to be in a 3-pack with Jubilee and Forge, and Banshee is going to be in a 3-pack with Gambit and Psylocke, all in these uniforms. So just Rich, final thoughts on both of these and just the idea of actually completing this team and this look in plastic.
I think if we can complete this team next year, that's brilliant. This is like an era of the X-Men that I particularly liked. So yeah, great. Hopefully then we'll get some more Shi'ar figures. Like we've got Gladiator in there, but we've got Lilandra and Deathbird around him as well. I haven't had figures of those. And then we've got Zaladin and Savage Land Rogue and obviously Magneto in the background. Like I take everyone on this picture, like do them all. This is like amazing. So to get these next year look really good, to get them all pinless looks really, really good. Obviously, don't know how they're going to release them yet, but if the rumors are true and it's like 2-3 packs, then, you know, that's like, we'll 2 and done. 2 more things and we'll be done with that Wolverine. So not bad at all.
Yeah, happy day. I think it looks great. Again, when completing teams is just like, again, if you're collecting Legends, completing teams is a really fulfilling feeling. Like when you can actually display a team how they're shown on the comic page. Just
I'll be back in 2 seconds. Someone's banging my door.
Okay, go and do what you need to do. Right, okay, let me bounce. I'll go to this. Okay, so I think next, do you know what? While Rich is gone for a second, let me just look at the chat and see who's around, all right? Because I appreciate people that are here today. Over 300 people watching us today, which is great because people are excited to talk about Marvel Legends, and so am I. Again, it's been let's be honest, it's been a dodgy couple of weeks in this community. Everyone's hit boiling point. Everyone's been very frustrated. So it's nice to see some reveals that universally are liked and people are liking what they see. Again, I assume that is the general consensus, but it does look like there's a lot more positive regarding today's reveals than otherwise. So let me just jump in the chat and see anyone who's talking. So if you're around, this is your opportunity to say hello. So I can see in the chat, I've got Alpi, Curtis, John, Ten Bones, Craig, Arshavin, Trevor's here, 1-6 Shooter, Doc Avenger, Rush, of course, Dominique, Greg, Mike Hex, Jamie, Joe, Daniel Ortiz, Ron 6751, Tyrone, Benji, Hugo, Prophet, of course, Mini Plastic Multiverse, Jay Studs Collection UK, Home Dude, Tariq. Yeah, I need to practice saying that right. I'll get it right, I promise. Keep correcting me until I get it right. Tariq. I'll get it right. Justin collects McButter Golem, Disavowed action figures. Make sure after my stream, you go and watch Disavowed on the Infinity Equation. They're going to be telling you all their thoughts on all these reveals. I have no doubts. So shout out Disavowed. Compulsive Collector, the Retweeting King, Jason Lopez, Kurt K with a couple of pals. He must be happy. It's Friday. The working week is over. School is out. He's probably got a drink in his hand, undoubtedly. Big Will 2K99, Auto Mechanage, of course. Z-Man, Cucumber with K's, I like that. Owl Polly Pappy, am I saying that right? I don't know. Sinister Mason, Civic, M. Mackerson, Sivin, Phil, The Fossil, Christopher Allen. I hope I'm saying all these names right. You back, Rich?
Ooh, you're out.
Yeah, I was saying hello to the people. We've got over 150 people here watching us, Rich. So I thought I'd just pause for a second and say hello. Do you want to give them a wave? There you go. That's Rich, everyone. Back to the toys. Okay. So next up, Dwight showed off his new helmet that I'm sure he just wears around the house, freaking out his dogs. But if they'd made that just for this gimmick, yeah, they've got too much time on their hands. But it was clearly to reveal Strife, who we haven't had since 2015's. It was a
Jubilee Wave.
Yeah, Toys R Us exclusive Jubilee Wave, which you couldn't find in the UK. You had to import it. Not easy to get. I missed out on Jubilee in that wave, and we have since had an opportunity to get at least a version of sort of that Jubilee. But we've never had an opportunity to get Strife again. That is the only way to get Strife. And just like Dark Phoenix, if you had looked on eBay yesterday to get a Strife, let's say brand new in box, you're talking hundreds of pounds, hundreds of dollars. Only been released once by Hasbro. It was part of that Toys R Us exclusive wave. Very elusive. And again, a character, an X-Men villain that people would like to add to their collection. Now you can. Now, they've not said when, well, they haven't said how, sorry, but they have said 2023. And again, if the rumours are to be believed about this, and again, every time I say that because Hasbro are sneaky. They could change things. But go and watch Rectangular's list. This could be in a 5-pack with Strife, Vertigo, Pretty Boy, who we need for our Reavers that we've recently got with Bonebreaker, etc. Random, another character we had in the retro card back in the day, we haven't had in Legends form, and Zero as well. So that's an interesting 5-pack. I'll be curious how they do that to celebrate 60 years of X-Men. But Strife, Rich, is he someone that you've already got? Is he someone that you're happy to have an opportunity to get? What do you think he looks like?
So Strife is someone I did have, but he's someone that I sold because I wanted the Jubilee figure, but I didn't really want Strife so much then, so I sold him for like a decent...
You got the build figure piece, yeah.
So I sold Strife for like a decent amount of money. So yeah, it'd be nice to get Strife back in the collection because I have looked at him like a couple of times over the years, and his price like skyrocketed. So yeah, this is, and I think this is like people asking, is this a new figure? This is like an all new sculpt. It looks like it's much updated to what that old Strife was. At least the body looks updated anyway to me.
Yeah, I also didn't have the Strife. I missed out on that whole wave. 2015, at that time, again, we seem pretty lucky in the UK now getting Legends quite accessibly. However, back then, it was a different time. We had to import our Legends. We had to pay the prices at retail now for our Legends back then because we had to import everything. That's the reality of it. And I think that's why us UK collectors, yes, the prices are going up, but in a weird way, not justifying it by any means, it's still ridiculous, but in a weird way, we've always been used to paying premium prices for our figures, and this is a character that I missed out on, and I'm happy to get a second opportunity to get. And if it is in that rumoured 5-pack with Vertigo, Pretty Boy, Random, Zero, they're all characters. Like, I don't have any of them in my collection, so that's a 5-pack of brand new characters that I would like to add to the shelf. And yeah, Strife figure looks great here. I'm trying to zoom in. But I do think there probably is a bit of reuse there, to be completely honest, maybe compared to the previous one. But it does look a lot of new, and it looks impressive. A few different colours in there. Obviously, Strife is all about the cape and that big massive helmet. But yeah, I hope Dwight wears that now on a regular basis. Maybe he should just wear it on every live stream. That's what he should do now. That should be his new headgear. It would have been funny to see Dan and Ryan try it on as well. But
go back to the figure a minute. So let me just look at that.
What are you doing? What are you checking?
I'm just like looking at the old figure and looking at that one. Okay. So the head sculpt is definitely new compared to what the old one was, isn't it?
It seems that way, yeah. Like every head now should get an update with the digital face printing tech anyway, and that does seem to be the case on here. Looks good. Looks good with the spikes. They don't look too flimsy. Got a nice chrome.
The spikes look different. The head looks different. The gloves look different. I think the boots are different as well. So maybe the thighs are the same.
Mike has just got really excited. He's just seen some nipples. That's right.
Hey.
That's right, Mike. Strife has some nipples. Mike's definitely picking this up now.
It might be the torso and the thigh pieces are the same. I can't really tell though.
I reckon there's probably a little bit of reuse in there, but overall it's an updated, better Strife, I would say. But again, I'm sure someone can. We can figure those details out shortly. But yeah, it looks good. It's nice to know that he's come in. And again, some people's grails have just sort of went down in value after an hour live stream. I speak from. I speak from experience. The show must go on. Okay, let's keep going. So Strife, they showed him off. It looks good. I like it. There's the helmet. There's Ryan. And now, the 8th. We knew there was 8. We always knew there was going to be 8 this year. And if I had to, again, if I was in Vegas, Cyclops would have been high on my list just because we got that Morph recently. Morph had a lot of the same parts that we knew were made probably with Cyclops in mind. So Cyclops is the last figure, and the last figure for the foreseeable future on this VHS box style X-Men animated card. Because they said next year they're taking on a hiatus for Spider-Man, and we'll come to that in a moment. But just for this figure for a second, it's an all-new Cyclops in regards to new Thor Cyclops. Previously, he's been on a Bucky cap, so it's Cyclops with the morph legs. And they've also said that the harness that he's got on his chest is actually tooled in there, so that's not going to be loose and wobbling around. So that does seem like probably a new harness piece for Cyclops, which makes me assume we'll get another version of Cyclops very soon as well. But he comes with the same interchangeable hands that Morph seem to have, the grabby hands. He's got his Jean Grey pleasing hands for the laser, and a couple of fisted hands as well. But he's got the cell shading, and as the 8th figure, it makes sense to get Cyclops. So out of all of these figures, we've got Jean Grey, we've got Wolverine, we've got Cyclops, we've got that Trinity. I'm happy with that. And then we've got a couple of side characters as well. So I do think overall this VHS line is a nice little bundle of 8 figures to add to the shelf. But mine are up there. The VHS figures look great. I'm trying to figure out a way where I can actually display my figures in front of the boxes, because the boxes themselves are worthy of display. Yeah, Rich, what do you think of Cyclops? Not that we're massively surprised to see him here, but they've made the effort to tweak him and give him the updates that I think is worthy for the leader of the X-Men.
I think, yeah, it's nice that they've tweaked him. They haven't just re-released that old Cyclops figure with a new paint job.
Hang on 1 second. David's back. Let's see what he says.
David Evan Smith donated $4.99. I was thinking this is the same Vulcan body as Morph. Might be able to pop and swap Morph jacket to this VHS Cyclops.
You might be spot on there, yeah. So David says, I was thinking this is the same Vulcan body as Morph. Might be able to pop and swap the Morph jacket to the VHS Cyclops. Yeah, I think you'll be able to. I'm trying to look where my Morph is. But yeah, everyone, since Cyclops came out, people have been tweaking this to be a jacketed version, etc. So I have no doubt you'll probably be able to do that with Morph anyway. But sorry, Rich, continue.
I don't know what I was saying. Yeah, this is a good looking figure. I mean,
that's what
it's nice not to be on the Bucky cap for a Cyclops figure. I think this the proportions and everything work really well, and the colors. I think this blue is what I think
it's like a darker
Cyclops.
Blue, isn't it?
Yeah, what Cyclops looks like. I think the last one that was released was a lighter blue, and then the other one.
And these bloody things, these stupid.
They drop down all the time, and the ones on the thigh as well.
I think I've glued these ones, to be fair, and I think I did glue these as well, but the glue must have come loose. But yeah, this has been the Jim Lee Cyclops. We've had this re-release with the jacket in the Love Triangle 3-pack. Where is it? I'm not literally my shelf is a mess at the minute. I knocked so much stuff over recently, but anyway. So, and again, some people for me, I don't mix my VHS figures with my comic figures because I'm weird like that. However, a lot of people have been picking up random VHS figures for their comic representation, and I don't see no reason why you can't, because the cell shading could quite easily be comic paneling anyway. So I don't think they stick out like a sore thumb. So this may be an opportunity for people to get a Jim Lee Cyclops if they haven't got him already, and he looks great. So yeah, there we go. Let's skip through some of these images. And on update, by the way, I think Apollo Poppy just said that Multiple Man is now sold out on Hasbro Pulse US as well. So I'm just going back to Hasbro Pulse UK, and I'm gonna do a. Okay, so it doesn't look like anything's sold out yet in UK. But remember,
I'd guess it'd be Dark Phoenix. If anything's going to sell out, it'll be the Dark Phoenix, yeah, I reckon.
I agree. But just to remind people, the UK, you can fit all of UK, the whole of the UK, in Texas. Do you know what I mean? And Texas is one state of America. So there's a lot more people in America that are probably Marvel Legends collectors, that's all. So you just have more competition compared to the amount of collectors ratio in the UK. So stuff don't sell out too quick, but they do sell out. Beast sold out. Lizard sold out. The animated Spider-Man sold out. So it depends on quantities. So we shall see. But back to Cyclops. Looks great. Last VHS card. And there we go. There's all the VHS cards now, all piled up together. So Rich, you're like me, right? You've got all of these.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. So are you happy? Do you reckon there's any glaring misses for, let's call this wave 1 of VHS figures, yeah? 2022's wave 1 of VHS figures. So even if we don't get any for the next year, is there any glaring misses from this team?
Yeah, Rogue and Gambit are the two like main missing ones. I mean, I would have rather them than Sinister and Mystique, but obviously, if you want this line to go on multiple years, you can't just put all the X-Men in wave 1 because then no one would be wanting wave 2. It would be like one and done for most people, wouldn't it?
Who do you think's the best release or this year from that VHS line? Like,
I mean, obviously Morph, I would say, because he's like a figure that we've never got before in the Legends line, so that's like a great thing for that figure. But I think in terms of like updates and stuff like that, the first one, Wolverine, was a really great looking Wolverine figure. He came with like really good accessories. Yep. The cell shading wasn't that obvious on him, I think. And I think bottom of the pile is definitely that Jean Grey.
Jelly leg Jean.
Like, yeah, and whereas the other bits had like something, I think apart from Jubilee and Jean had nothing new with them at all, but Jubilee did mix head sculpts from like the Build-A-Figure wave and stuff like that. Jean is just the 3-pack, the Love Triangle Jean. They didn't do any changes to her, and just painted her differently. And
she's got orange hair.
Yeah, it's a bad pace figure. The hair doesn't match the animated TV show in like any way whatsoever. So I think that's the laziest of them all. I mean, I'd rather have had like Rogue or Gambit than that Jean and save Jean for later down the line.
I agree. Like, I understand that Professor X is like I would have loved to have seen him VHS style, but the comic version we've got is pretty close. For me, I would have liked to see. Do you know the animated intro? Like every character who gets their own sort of title card. Do you know like Beast, Jubilee, etc. I would have loved every one of them to get a VHS box. I think that would have been perfect for wave 1. But I do think I completely agree with everything you just said. Like I would have rather had the X-Men team complete rather than the 2 random villains. Even though they're 2 popular villains that are very sought after. Clearly, like a lot of people wanted an opportunity to get that Mystique. But I like you. I think Morph is the standout character that people wanted, and VHS was the way to do it, as he was created for that very animated show that these figures are a tribute to. So it's on ice. That's all we're getting. Those 8 figures, that's what we get, and it doesn't seem like we're going to get any more for a while anyway. But they're not gone. They did confirm to say that they're not gone forever. It's just now.
Paused, didn't it, for a year? Could maybe see them in 2024.
Yeah, because they need to move. Because next year, if they're not doing as many retro cards, then they know there's a lot of nostalgia from other other animated shows, and that's where they're going to get to Spider-Man. So there's the cards. So there you go. There's a better look at the boxes together. I should have probably stayed on that image, but the boxes do look great together. Mine, like, are up here. Like you can't see, but they're on a shelf up there, and I'm going to get a longer shelf this week. Like put it across, and then that's where all my VHS figures are going to go. So the Legends will remain in this room. I've just got to make sure they all fit. But okay, they are next year. I was about to say next week. Moving, I didn't know how I felt about this, and I haven't actually spoke to anyone about this out loud yet. So maybe we can hash this out. So you know me. I don't know if you I actually prefer, if I had to pick the animated show I love the most, X-Men or Spider-Man, it's been no secret. I think I'd always gravitate towards the Spider-Man animated show. For some reason, I just love that one that little bit more. And like Spider-Man had the X-Men characters and Iron Man and Captain America. Like I just felt there was more world building for Marvel in general, where X-Men had so many X-Men characters in. Yeah, I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm just saying I love Spider-Man, okay? And Spider-Man on the VHS. So do I want Spider-Man on VHS rather than retro? I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this. I'm not going to lie to you, Rich. What do you think about this, Rich? Because I have no thoughts at the minute.
So the thing is like with the X-Men, they were all like the standard looks, like the classic looks. And it's weird that the first release from this one is a symbiote suit Spider-Man, which was definitely not the classic Spider-Man from the animated series.
Yeah, I was a bit curious to see this as well. So I think this is going to be revealed at New York Toy Fair, but not New York Toy Fair yet. New York Comic-Con, which is next week, isn't it? Like that's literally next week. So they did say that more about this would be revealed. So I think we may get this pre-order as soon as like next week maybe. But it's a 2-pack, VHS style in a 2-pack of, like you said, Carnage and the symbiote Spider-Man. But the best Carnage we've got recently is the one with like all the sculpted elements on him. But I don't think the animated version would suit that version. So they're going to have to go backwards and do like a different. I don't know. Like I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this.
And the weird thing is that obviously animated Venom and cell shaded Spider-Man have come on that retro card like already. So I mean, are they going to go back and do them again, or what? Like, what's going to happen?
The reason I love these retro cards, is because to me, these retro cards were my nostalgic attachment to that Spider-Man animated show, right? So that's why I sort of got on board. Because at first I wasn't all on board with the VHS line, but I got on board because I realised, okay, the same way I love the Spider-Man retro cards, that VHS line is my attachment in figure form to that X-Men show, which I love a lot as well. I just think for me, Spider-Man was just always above, just for me. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to be... Don't get me wrong, I'm going to be a sucker and get these because they're going to release characters that I want. Do you know, like characters like... I don't know, there's still characters glaringly missing from this show. Like Chameleon, for example. He's got a very specific look in that animated show that we haven't had. I'd still take a Mary Jane with her like bright yellow jumper. Do you know, like there's still character designs from that show I want to get. And if this is the way we're going to get them, then obviously I'm on board. But...
Do you think it's going to be like all twin packs, like a hero and a villain, or like every wave will have a different version of Spider-Man with a villain?
Well, these ones are numbered as well. Do you see 1 and 2 there? So maybe they're doing them sets of 2, maybe. But I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I don't know how I feel about this one. Like, because I'm sad, to be honest, I'm a little bit sad that the retro cards are going away and this is what they're moving towards. They're trying to repackage the nostalgia. I think that's the best way to sort of explain it, is like they're repackaging the nostalgia that we've got here and putting it in the VHS box, which we always assumed is the direction they're going to go since they revealed the VHS line and plastic packaging was going away. It
does seem like this year they have packed the year out with retro cards as well. So, I mean... Even if it does take like a 12-month hiatus, I think we've had loads and loads of retro cards to keep us going. Like, I mean, the X-Men wave is going to drop late this year, at the very latest, or maybe early next year. So that'll take us into like 2023. So, and they did say, I think in 2024 they can like use them again. Isn't that what the G.I. Joe line said, that they can start using plastic packaging?
Hopefully
on retro cards, but not in the main line.
The chat are saying Silver Sable, Felicia. Aunt May, yeah, I'd love civilian looks for these characters as well. Like, give me Peter Parker, Aunt May, Mary Jane, Felicia, like how they looked civilian style in the show, because you follow the story of Peter Parker just as much as you do Spider-Man in that animated show. Harry as the Green Goblin, you can get like. So there's lots of characters they can do animated style and just whack it in a VHS card, but I don't know, I'm not pulled into the VHS format as much as I am to the retro cards, but I don't hate the gimmick, but I don't know. I think I still need to get over my retro card love, that's all it is. But anyway, here we go. So it's weird how you invest in one line and you get like that whole, like you're fully committed, like I've got all of these, let's go. Okay, who else we getting? And they're like, nope, moving on. And you're like, we just get going. Do you know what I mean? We just got going and now we're moving on already. But there you go. We'll find out more about this soon. Again, I'm assuming New York Comic Con, but there are still plenty of characters they can do on that Spider-Man animated style. And to be fair, a lot of the figures they already give us on this retro card are not in their animated style. They're characters that appeared on the animated show, but not in the look that they had on the animated show, if that makes sense. So there's still a way they can do some of these characters again, but with their animated style. Just saying. Just rip open the card back. 'Cause I won't do it, Tariq. I won't do it. It's not happening. They're staying on card. I won't buy 2 of these, that's for sure. Juan again with the super chat. Thank you very much, Juan.
Benitez donated $5. Since I missed out on most of the retro wave, glad to get VHS versions.
Exactly. And that's the magic about collecting, is that, again, I always talk from my perspective, but there are many other people that all jumped on board at different times, and it may be a bit overwhelming to go back and get all the retro cards. So this is it's a start. It's like an issue 1, isn't it? It's like a starting on point for people to get a whole new line of figures. And I'm a sucker for anything packaged as that Spider-Man retro look. It's that look that is nostalgic to me. So again, what the one thing I do like about the VHS though stuff, Rich. See these? I have to buy 2, one to open, one to display. These VHS cards, I just buy 1. So I do like that. I do like that element. So I guess that's the positive to take from this change. But there you go.
You want to maybe get a bigger shelf then this weekend, so you can get these ones on there as well.
Oh yeah, Ah, dear. All right, one step at a time. Okay, there you go. So yeah, Carnage and Spider-Man, but they didn't give us any details. We just seen the packaging, so we don't know interchangeable parts. We don't know what bodies they're on. We don't know anything. We just know they're coming. Okay, and that was it. That was that. So that was that from the panel, but there are some more stuff. Let me go to Marvelous News. So they did plug a Johnny Gargano interview, and he revealed some stuff as well. So if I can find it. Thank you very much, Juan. Again, he says, hope to get Alistair Smythe. Yes, we need Alistair Smythe in his chair as well. That would be great. And then the Spider Slayers as well. Like, I don't know how they'd make it happen, but give me some Spider Slayers in Marvel Legends scale. That would be great. Okay, I want to try and find those pictures of Star-Lord, because Star-Lord was revealed. There he is. I knew I'd find him. So they revealed, if I can get this image up. There you go. They revealed, Johnny Gargano, if you're a wrestling guy, NXT guy, you know Johnny Wrestling. He's a big, he's one of us. He's a big collector. He keeps everything mint on card though, and he's got a big epic wall with everything on display. And he named his son Quill, Peter Quill, clearly. So like he named his son Quill. So Ryan Ting sent Johnny Gargano this Walmart exclusive first appearance Star-Lord to reveal, and that they revealed that on a separate interview. So this is how Star-Lord first appeared in Marvel Comics. Probably not everyone's mind eye of Star-Lord, but it is his first appearance of Peter Quill Star-Lord, and it's nice to see some comic renditions of the Guardians of the Galaxy lot, because the very first Guardians team in comics looks so different to what we've seen in the movies, and I'd love to get some of those versions in comic form. Like, I remember we got like a 3 3/4 inch comic Yondu, but we haven't got the 6-inch scale, and like that, like, so I do think there's a lot of cosmic characters they're yet to still do in the 6-inch scale form. So I do like seeing stuff like this, but now we need more. So what do you think, Rick?
Those classic Guardians of the Galaxy, the only one we've got is Major Victory with the like Captain America shield.
Yeah,
Vance Astro, that's the only one. Like, it's weird that they've got the classic Guardians of the Galaxy logo on this, because obviously Star-Lord joined the modern version of the Guardians of the Galaxy. He was never a part of the original Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, they should have just put the Star-Lord logo on there, but it's a really cool looking figure. It wasn't one that I was expecting. I'm a big fan of Star-Lord and of the original. When he joined the Guardians of the Galaxy, the Dan Abner, Andy Lanning run, fantastic cosmic story. One of the best, I would say. The whole of like Annihilation, War of Kings, that era is like a golden age of cosmic stories. So to get Star-Lord in any look is great, but I think to get him in his first appearance look, one I wasn't expecting, maybe not the first one that I would have wanted, but definitely one that I'll be buying and adding to my shelf.
Yeah, and it's a Walmart exclusive, people. There's a Walmart, I think it says the 6th of October. So this will go up for pre-order on the 6th of October, exclusively on Walmart.com if you are in the US. We're in the UK though, so we don't have Walmart. So this is probably just going to be available on all the places we buy our Marvel Legends, which I'm never going to complain about. But yeah, happy to see more cosmic characters in this sort of comic form. So this is on they did confirm, or Ryan Ting did confirm, it's on the Vulcan body. So it's completely pinless on the Vulcan body, so you know what to expect with that type of articulation. Hopefully his arse doesn't fall off, but to be fair, I've only heard of that happening to one Vulcan, so he was clearly doing something weird.
Because it's a Walmart exclusive, Kurt K is just hoping that he gets the figure. He says he hoping they don't send him dryer sheets this time.
Yeah, that's a funny story for sure. But yeah, there you go. So they revealed that off stream with Johnny Gargano. So there is a full interview on Pulse. Let me go to Pulse and see if they've actually got the Marvel interview up, the Marvel panel up. Sorry, because we missed some of the Marvel panel. Yeah, so the Marvel panel still hasn't gone up on Pulse. Do you know? Because I was curious to watch the bit we missed to see what they say about the Daredevil 3-pack, but it's the only panel that hasn't went up yet, annoyingly. But you can go and watch the Johnny Gargano interview with Ryan Ting, where he shows off the figure. And again, the reason Ryan sent this particular character to Johnny Gargano is because he named his son Quill after Peter Quill Star-Lord. So there you go. It does make sense. It shows the Marvel team are watching, and we know they're watching. Hello, Marvel team that are watching.
If I name my son Monet Saint Croix, will they send me a Monet Saint Croix?
Yeah, I think Rich. I think Rich should reveal Monet for sure. If
I could reveal it to my mother. On video chat. Look, man, we'll find out.
FaceTime exclusive. Okay, let's go to Marvelous News real quick and just have a little look. So let's skip through some of these promo images. So these are on Marvelous News, but these are all up for pre-order right now, and all 3 of them are sold out. Unless you guys have got an update for me. But there's Longshot. Again, a little bit different to the Mojo pack, but a lot of people are cancelling their Mojo pack, Mojo World packs now. I don't think I'll cancel mine, because I want that Mojo, and I'd also would like an updated in Dazzler, so I don't think I'm going to cancel mine, but I completely understand how people can see a single-released Mojo and a single-released Longshot, and they're going to cancel. It makes sense.
It's just that as well, this Longshot you could get Monday, basically, where like in the 3-pack, that would ship Monday, whereas you're going to have to wait, like, well, it's saying next year, but hopefully it'll be up at the end of the year. But you have to wait a couple of months for this one.
Yeah.
So that's another thing. Do you want it now or do you want to wait?
Yeah. So there's Longshot. There she is. She's already sold out in the US on Pulse. But like even though she's sold out on Pulse, I assume in the US you can still pre-order these from like Big Bad Toy Store, Entertainment Earth,
Amazon,
Dorkside Toys. Like I'm sure you're going to have an opportunity to get. Like for me, people always ask me, how do you get your Legends? Does Hasbro send them you? The answer is yes, they send me everything for free. But I still make
Why did you say that? Why did you say
just
that?
To reel them in, just to wind them up. Because the only people that criticise this channel are people that watch like 1-second clips of it and don't actually watch my reviews. Where I sometimes say I don't like stuff, not a lot, but sometimes. But my point is, I pre-order from multiple places, and like whatever one comes first comes first. So yeah, I this is the type of figure that I'd order one from somewhere and one from somewhere else. But yeah, the more I look at this, to be fair, the more I think. Now, mine's superior, right? Am I just telling myself that, or is this the superior one? I'm just looking. Mine's got more heads. I think I prefer the darker colours.
Give you 20 for it, Dan. 20.
She comes with a bonus Cyclops figure as well.
Bonus Cyclops figure.
It's like an accessory figure. That's a pretty good accessory.
You can't get that version of Cyclops anywhere else.
Exactly.
Can you now?
This is now the grail.
Valuable, yeah.
the value remains just for Cyclops. Haha.
You want to complete your giant-sized team era of X-Men? That's the best version of that Cyclops that we've had. And he's only available in that set for £300.
Look, and he's on the classic Bucky Cap body. Do you know the body everyone loves? The body that everyone wants Marvel Legends to be on this day and age. When you think of a character you want in figure form, you think to yourself, I hope it's on the Bucky Cap. Well, this man is. And he can be yours for at least £300, taken offers in my DMs after the show. Thank you very much. Okay, so then we have... she looks great. Of course she is. Clearly sold out already. Another one, sold out already. She looks great again. 6 double-jointed pinless female hands. What an age we live in. 2022. We're here.
And all painted as well. They didn't just do like standard, just normal coloured hands. Like they've all got the bangles on them. They've got the silver. It just looks really cool.
Yeah, really good. And again, people are saying in the chat this could have been a deluxe, and you're right. It is the type of move that Hasbro would play. They're just because it's got so many just think she's got multiple hands. She's got a couple of interchangeable hands for those hands, and then she's got weapons for all of her arms. So like this is the type of thing that you could have expected to see Hasbro do a deluxe of. So it is nice to take. We can take our wins when we see them, and I do think to get this as a single pack is a win. All right, so. We take them where we see them. And then, of course, Wolverine. This it's hard to do. Like, if they did like a morph in this uniform, it makes sense to do a couple of different character heads. But Wolverine's body style is so unique. You couldn't put just another head in there to make a different character, could you? It has to be Wolverine. Because no one's short and stumpy and built like he is. So, even though this sort of style is
Tanner.
If they did Southie series in the UK, we can put short Tanner's head on there, and Tanner can be the Wolverine of the crew. I'm sure he wouldn't be mad at that.
With boxing gloves and he punches someone in the face.
But yeah, we do get 2 heads of Wolverine. They both look pretty good, to be fair. But yeah, if they did this, they could. All I'm saying is they could have done a base body of this with a head and just give us 3 different characters' heads. Yeah. But it's Wolverine, so you couldn't really do that.
I gotta be honest, I thought that's how they would have done this team. I thought they would have done like a male body, a female body, then like Banshee and Gambit heads, Jubilee, and Psylocke heads, and then that would be it. It would be like, why has Jubilee got the boobs of a 30-year-old woman? Who knows? We just saved on the budget. But obviously doing it this way is like much better. We're getting all those like individual tweaks, like the collar on Banshee. Like, so that is like really good. Like, I think apart from Psylocke and Storm, none of these figures are gonna like look exactly alike. They're all gonna have like bits of differences to them.
Yeah, Tanner's in the chat saying, "Wow, we're going for short jokes. I'm going to cry now." Poor Tanner. No, we love you, Tanner. I think calling Tanner the Wolverine of the crew. Like, I think anyone would take Wolverine of the crew. So I think that's a compliment, my friend.
I'd want to be the Wolverine of the crew. That's like a good one to have. Like, exactly, anyone.
He's got really hairy arms as well, I assume. I don't know if he has or not. Jay, how hairy are his arms?
Look, I'm in green. I'm like Mojo at the minute. Look.
Yeah.
He's a producer, the super producer. What have I done with my life?
Another great reveal again. And again, we're just sort of recapping again here because why not? I like see. It's always nice seeing reveals, but it's always nice to see the pretty promotional images, isn't it? So there we go. There's Avalanche again. For me, he is missing the A, but I'm still happy to add Avalanche to the collection even without his A bout. So yeah, he's appeared in a few different colours as well. It's not just blue. Wow, see, I don't mind blue, but I think he's had different colours as well.
There's been like white and grey, like silver as well. But I mean, this is like, I suppose, classic. If you want to build up that classic team with that Toad figure, with the Pyro figure as well, he does kind of fit into there. It would be nice if he come with like a different head sculpt. Yeah. It'd be nice if he had an A on his belt or like another belt you could attach. Yeah. But overall, it's still a good-looking figure.
Yeah, Multiple Man. Here we have in the whole green. I'm trying to think. I think that is the Sunfire body. I would assume it is. It's got the deep cut butterfly joints. It's still got pins in the arms. So I do think that is the Sunfire body. But it's on a classic Multiple Man uniform without the jacket for people that wanted that. And this is the third one to sell out as well. So the order of sell out on you. We're only going off US Pulse here, but it was Dark Phoenix, Spiral, and then Multiple Man, which makes sense because I would imagine the people that want Multiple Man maybe want multiple Man. So people are probably making an order of 3 of these. So maybe 3 times the lesser people are excited about this character, but that 3 times lesser people are all ordering 3 of these. So it does make sense for it to go sold out so quick. Where was I? Okay, let's go through. Avalanche, there, and that was it. There's the promo images for that. And then the only other pre-orders that have went up are has Iron Man went up actually in Pulse UK? I'm refreshing.
No, I don't know what's going on. There must be a problem. Maybe they didn't order any. They've done that before. Who knows? But it is not available at the moment.
I'll see if In Demand works. I do really like In Demand. I buy a lot of my stuff from In Demand. I'm waiting for some Black Panther figures to come at the minute as well. If there wasn't a mail strike,
but speaking of Black Panther, that's a weird one because that Ironheart figure goes on sale in the UK tomorrow. Because when they said we're going to reveal an MCU figure, I just assumed it would be that because it's already out there.
Me too, yeah.
And they didn't. And then, I mean, tomorrow you can go and buy that in your shops. It's like the embargo lifts. It's be for sale everywhere.
Yeah, fingers crossed. I might have that tomorrow, but we shall see. If I do, I'll make sure I review that first. Okay, so Iron Man is in stock on In Demand Toys. It is import stock, however, because I do think this is a Hasbro Pulse exclusive otherwise.
It looks like it's just the cannon.
£64 for a cannon. The site is pretty slow at the minute because I assume it's just very popular. There's a lot of the other pre-orders on there as well. There is everything. Yeah, there you go. So there's the promo images for... I am glad that he comes with the unmasked head as well, because the unmasked look of Tony Stark, I am Iron Man, like the mullet is what you think of. So and the head sculpts as well, like both of those designed helmets are in the show, like they sort of alternate between the two. And I even think in the Spider-Man animated show he appears with one of these helmets. I think it's the shorter yellow on the helmet, but yeah, the Spider-Man animated show, this version of Iron Man appears in the show. I wanted to go back and go to the... There you go. So look, that you can add that to your basket right now. It's past midnight. So the embargo is officially lifted. We can officially talk about it, and we haven't talked about it yet, so we may as well.
Exclusive.
Yeah. The embargo lifted 19 minutes ago, so you can now order this Marvel Legends Black Panther Wakanda Forever Deluxe Ironheart. Now, I assume that the Hasbro team haven't been allowed to speak about it because we've yet to see this in live action in a trailer or anything like that. To be fair, we've hardly seen anything of Riri at all, let alone Riri in an Iron Man armor. But she's got a deluxe figure. There she is.
I think there's a kid's figure out there as well that has leaked in a few places as well in there.
There's no more pictures, unfortunately, on the site. It's just this. But she does come with loads of interchangeable parts. She comes with a helmeted head. She comes with a weapons attachment. Again, her Iron Man design is quite gangly, like, because...
It looks very like anime, like Evangelion to me, like that kind of look. It's very different from the comic books. And obviously, like, she's looking quite tall, so she must be like... I'm imagining like her feet would be like just under her knees, so she must have like attachments onto it.
Still Iron Man legs. Because in the comics, I was reading the Iron Man issues. Thank you very much, Bring Toys to Work. He says, you know what was surprising? There was no Hasbro Pulse Army Builder figures revealed. We haven't had any Hasbro Pulse Army Builders revealed since like the Hand Ninjas, I think.
Yeah, nothing this year, I don't think. Yeah.
So yeah, that might be something they have just give up on. Maybe they don't want to do anything at that price point anymore. I don't know. But yeah, you're spot on. There's still a hell of a lot of Army Builder characters that they could do in figure form. But yeah, none so far. No, maybe the Skrulls were the last, to be fair. Maybe the Skrulls. Maybe in Hand Ninja. I can't remember. But either way, they're both sold out. I think the Skrulls are anyway, so... I should have got some more Skrulls. I only got 3. I should have got more. But yeah, back to Riri. In the comics, so before she debuts in Ironheart #1, she's in the Iron Man comics, and she's like a side story, and she's basically picking up the wreckage of an Iron Man armor, and she's rebuilding it in her college or university dorm room. And her first Iron Man armor is like, it's like an exoskeleton suit. It isn't as fancy as this. She basically gets like a Mark III, and she goes for pink, I think, in the comics. It's not red. I think she does eventually change to red, of course, but she adapts her own style with the pink. So I assume this has got to be Wakandan tech upgrades after her first attempt. There's going to be her first appearance in the film. It will be more of a shoddy armor. She'll meet Siri. So like maybe at the end of the first Black Panther film, they're making all these like these schools, these tech schools. Maybe she's a graduate of one of those tech schools, and they spot her potential or something like that. I don't know, maybe. But we're yet to see her in live action. So all I'm saying, after all of that rambling, I'm just curious to see what this design looks like in live action. I think is what I meant.
I think, like you said, I think this will be like the first version of the costume that she makes, like in Wakanda. I don't think we'll see this costume in the Ironheart miniseries and in Armor Wars, which is now going to be a movie as well. I think she'll get the more like that pink Ironheart version, like the Mark II, Mark III armor for that. But I mean, I still quite like the look of this. It doesn't look like any other Iron Man we've seen in the MCU, or any other like War Machine, any other mech armor we've seen in the MCU. It looks like its own thing. It's quite sleek, but still bulky, and I think it looks quite nice. So I'll definitely be getting that one.
Yeah, there's no other pictures, as I said, but you can tell on the box that she comes with an unmasked head and a helmeted head. And I'm glad they did that, because I do think, especially when it's an MCU character and there's an actual real-life person playing these characters, it's nice to have that represented in plastic, especially with how good the digital face printing tech's got these days. Like, I know some people love it, some people hate it, but sometimes they absolutely nail it. And obviously we can't tell yet, but...
Tariq in the chat says this is her Mark II armor.
Okay, cool. That would make sense. I would assume Mark II, because the first one's got to look a little bit more shoddy than this. That's all I'm saying. So yeah, she's been given an upgrade with this one. But there you go. So this is for sale right now.
Delivering me something tomorrow. What am I getting off your tomorrow?
To be fair, Royal Mail's delivering me this next day delivery, so I don't think I'm going to get it tomorrow, but I'll get it soon. So she's in the post. She's in transit to me right now. That's all I'm saying. So I will be reviewing her in the next couple of days. So I'll be able to answer all the questions that I have myself. And I will do comparisons with the comic versions and compare it to some MCU figures, because we think she's wearing stilts. She's on some stilt Iron Man armor for sure. But there you go. So there's that. And I'm just scrolling back to the in-demand stuff to see what outfit they've got up for order. Just Iron Man so far. A lot of Transformers stuff. There's the first look at Power Rangers plastic-free packaging. I used to really like the Power Ranger packaging. I used to feel it looked really cool, and now it just looks cheap and
I don't get why they didn't keep like the helmet on the bottom right. Like
they didn't want to pay the artist. They didn't want to pay that artist. Clearly, there's import stock of the 3-pack that we've already seen. That's £90 on there, so it is cheaper on Pulse. However, this is import stock, so you pay a little bit more. Let's see when In Demand say this is coming, because again, it cut out on the stream. We don't know.
So this is a Pulse exclusive then, is it?
I don't know, mate. I don't know. Again, the power cut out. Nobody knows, Rich. It's a mystery. They say it's due to arrive January, but likely a lot sooner. So maybe another one this year. It is already in the box. So yeah, maybe this year. That crazy hairstyle still makes me laugh. And again, the one advantage is the packaging. It shows you everything the figures come with. Do you know sometimes accessories are hidden in the box and you can't see through the window? So I do like that element of the plastic-free. That's the only positive I'll give plastic-free packaging. Only positive. It's the back of the box. Everything else is shit.
I think the front of that one looks better though. At least they've got them in like some poses. You've got the logo in the background. Yeah.
They're making it a bit more effort. They're trying, ain't they? And I do think they get better as they go.
The regular releases are not great. I don't think that's a good look at all.
Is anything sold out on In Demand? Okay, nothing sold out on In Demand yet. So I as soon as I finish the stream, I'm going to be scrambling to pre-order some stuff.
I think these have all gone for UK. These have gone up at 11 o'clock in the night. Like they don't usually go up this late.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of people will be waking up tomorrow, and like then these might sell out a lot.
So that's why we're clever, Rich. We stay up late and pre-order this shit.
But obviously, like Dan said, like hit up In Demand, hit up Kapow, hit up Star Action Figures. Like they're all the independents that have been carrying this line, and definitely support our independent retailers if you can.
I know Hasbro Pulse has just came around and they've been doing okay, but before Hasbro Pulse, if it weren't for these independent retailers, we would not have the collections that we have today. These were literally the only way that we in the UK could get these figures. And the people that run these stores are collectors themselves. So Star Action Figures, In Demand Toys, Comic and Cocktails, Kapow Toys, just to name a few. Literally go there first. Support these guys. Because they're doing some dodgy stuff at the minute, especially with the Joe line, but I'll get into that on a different stream. But yeah, there you go. And there you go. That's nice to see the whole wave. You can order it as a full wave.
I think Dark Phoenix is sold out on there, though.
Ah, okay. There you go. The first sold out, and there you go. Oh, and Spiral. There you go. There you go. I'm not surprised. I think Star Action Figures, they do a 0 pence deposit. Like you don't have to pay anything to pre-order. So I do think that's a lot of people's go-to for pre-orders. I might pre-order full wave from these guys. I always love seeing a full wave in its glory. So there you go. There it is. That is the highlight of today's stream. So that is what we're going to leave up as we wrap up. Rich, so out of everything revealed today, give us a top 3 reveals for you personally.
So Banshee, I think, would be my number 1. Then, can I put Dark Phoenix and Spiral?
Yeah, they're part of this wave. Yeah, they're part of the wave. Yeah.
And then probably Moonstone as well, because like I wanted that Moonstone for a long time. So, but I think like a lot of good reveals in this, like that Star-Lord is a good reveal. I like the Daredevil and the Elektra in that 3-pack as well. So overall, one of the better showings. I definitely think better than they showed at SDCC as well. Like a really good bunch of showings. And with like the retro X-Men wave, I don't think anyone really knew it was coming. So it's always nice to get surprised by something.
This is we've got a couple of Bucky Cap Daredevils. We've got one in an Amazon Defenders box set, and then we got one that was in a Spider-Man, maybe Ultimate Goblin, maybe? Who was the Build-A-Figure wave for the original Daredevil? Was it Ultimate Goblin? Am I making that up?
Was it Hobgoblin? Was he in that?
It might have been Ultimate Hobgoblin, yeah, because I think it was the Pizza Spider-Man wave or close to it. Anyway,
it was like the Umberto Ramos redesigned Hobgoblin. He's a bit more manga-y.
Yeah, it was a long time ago, 2015, I want to say. So, a character like Daredevil, who I haven't watched She-Hulk yet, but I'm assuming is going to be back into the zeitgeist very soon, in his classic look, in figure form, is worthy. Like, this is a nice representation for the shelf. Clearly, you look at this and think, oh yeah, that's Daredevil. But in a modern action figure world, this guy is worthy of an upgrade. So I am very, very happy to see the new Daredevil. I would have preferred, selfishly, to be him in a single pack, but that's how they get you with these things. They put a desired figure in a pack with some redos and make you spend more money. Again, it's the toy business, not the toy friendship. So we get that these things happen. So I think Daredevil's got to be up there for one of my favourite reveals. Maybe if I moan enough, things will change. No, shut up, Dan.
I think you moaned enough, Dan. I think you just...
I know. Okay, Daredevil's good. Who else do I like? I think I really like Spiral. Really happy to see Spiral, especially now we're getting Mojo World. Like, I would have always felt like there would have been a gap for Spiral with having Mojo in that. So I think I'm happy to see Spiral. It just sort of validates my Mojo World purchase. So Daredevil, Spiral, and who else? What else was my favourite reveal? Iron Man on the retro card. They actually got Iron Man on the... Because I did panic this morning when I seen that shipper box. And I was like... hope to swear. I did say my first instinct was it's got to be a shipper. But then people started to like make me doubt myself. But I did instantly think it was a shipper box. So yeah, there you go. There's my 3 reveals. So you guys in the chat, as we wrap up here, let me know your 3 favourite reveals, and I'll read out a couple as we wind down. But I do appreciate everyone joining us today. Again, I would love to do more late live streams. Because I'd love to get more of our friends in the US involved watching us live. But I get it's hard. And also Amanda would kill me if I went live late all the time. But I do want to plug. I am going to be staying up late tonight. And I am going to be featuring on another live stream. So let me get the links up so I can actually give you the details. So let me put it up. Far over. Okay, so you may know him, Jay, Geek Dad Life. He's doing a live stream in an hour. I am going to stay up late. I might have to go and put the kettle on and make a coffee, but I'll be staying up late to make a cameo guest appearance just to talk about some of the Marvel Legends with Geek Dad Life. So it's not going to be a full stream. I'll just pop in, pop out. But I do really like what Geek Dad Life is doing. I love the channel. And as someone else who live streams, I do really like the presentation of his shows. I think he's really good at what he does. And he creates that same positive atmosphere that we do as well. So I will be joining Geek Dad Life in an hour. Okay, so I'll put the link. He did send me the link. So shout out Jay. I'll put the link in the chat in a second. But yeah, that's what I'll be doing in an hour's time. But there you go. But while I grab that link, Rich, can you just read out? Can you see the chat? Can you read out anyone's top 3s?
So Brian Merchant says Spiral, Daredevil, and Retro Iron Man. Loki says Spiral, Moonstone, and Daredevil maybe. He's not too sure. Ultimate Carnage says Daredevil, Cyclops, and Retro Iron Man. Figures on Vinyl says the Daredevil 3-pack, Spiral, and Dark Phoenix. Oh, Loki adds Molecule Man, of course. Oh, yeah, Geek Dad Life says he's happy to have you join him as well.
Hey, hello.
Jay's Toy Collection says Strife, Spiral, White Electra, plus the Goblin Queen tease. Who else? Jeremy Kimberland says Yellow Blue Wolverine, Daredevil, and Banshee would be his top 3. And Hugo's favourite reveal was Super Adaptoid. That wasn't revealed. Hugo.
Maybe he's making it up. Maybe he made up. Okay. Maybe he didn't like the reveal, so he made up his own reveal.
There you go. Tariq likes Banshee, Ghost Rider, and Dark Phoenix. And Eddie says the Daredevil 3-pack is amazing. Glad you can get that. Bullseye and Elektra.
Perfect. Yeah, again, there's been something for everyone. Again, a very comic-heavy panel. And again, it's nice to see the community sort of, again, not discussing prices or anything like that, just enjoying the fandom of these characters, again, because that's why we love this line in the first place. We love these characters. And I have pinned to the top of the chat now the Geek Dad Life live stream link tonight. So if you are watching on the replay and you haven't went and checked out Geek Dad Life, it is forever now pinned to the top of the chat. So yeah, go and check out Jay and Geek Dad Life. And I'm sure he's going to have plenty of other guests popping in, talking about all the reveals today. Because there was Power Rangers, there was I was about to say Terminator, not Terminator, Transformers. What
Fortnite.
Else? Fortnite. I talk about Fortnite all day, Rich. Fortnite. I can talk Fortnite for 2 weeks. There you go. That's my Fortnite joke.
And there was a couple of G.I. Joe reviews just before you came on.
There was.
Reveals.
During the pre-show that I was a part of, Rich. I actually watched that live, yeah. So, yeah, there were a couple of teasers for G.I. Joes, but there will be some G.I. Joe reveals tomorrow. So, again, just continuing the plugs. This week, I need to speak to Tom and Mark, but at some point this week, we will be doing a Joe's and Juice recapping all of the Joe's and Juice, all the G.I. Joe news, okay? And also frustratingly discussing the sort of Hasbro Pulse exclusive issue at the minute, because they're moving all of the classified to Hasbro Pulse exclusively, which is
in the UK,
in the UK, which is a little bit scummy. I'm not a big fan of that, after these retailers were the reason this line was even in the UK in the first place. Do you know, like, so again, but I'll discuss all that, but we'll do that on That's Legends and Liquor. I'll do this one, Joe's and Juice, with Mini Plastic Multiverse and Mark Tat Toys with Film, probably Monday or Tuesday. I need to confirm with those two, but we'll see plenty of reveals for that tomorrow. That'll be the first, I think that's the first panel tomorrow, and it starts a little bit later tomorrow, but it's the first panel, and then they end, tomorrow's stream ends on Star Wars, I want to say.
Yeah, Star Wars is the big end of show tomorrow.
Yeah, okay. So look out, stay around on the channel this week anyway for Joe's and Juice. So we will recap all the Joe's news. But yeah, it's been fun to just talk with Rich. Even Brandon made a little cameo today. But I may, just putting this out there, so like I'm talking amongst friends here when I talk to you guys. The missus, like, I've kicked her out tonight so I can stream late with Jay, but this coming week she's off to Hawaii, so I don't feel bad for her. She's off to Hawaii next week. She's gone, she's on a plane, she's off. So me and Teddy have got the whole house to ourselves. So I feel like at some point this week I should do a bonus stream, whether it be a bonus inner circle for the channel members. I might even, how about this, Rich, right, just a bit of production meeting live in front of 200 people, do an inner circle but make the chat exclusive for channel members, so I can pick out and interact that more. That way people can see what the inner circle's about, but it's still exclusive to channel members in a way. And then after it's been live, I'll put it back in the channel membership thing. I think that's what I'm going to do, okay? Yeah, Rich is nodding. I appreciate that. Thank you. Gives me the validation I needed.
You could do a late show as well, because like
exactly, really late. Like
you were off all week.
Yeah,
there's like other people are off all week. We can sort it out.
Yeah. Rich is off as well. I mean, Rich is going to be streaming every night this week at 3 a.m. Why? Because we can. No, Rich isn't really. He's not going to do that. But my point is, I'll be back this week, so stick around on the channel. Thank you for joining us. Teddy and T live stream, says the Fossil. I'd get him on. Amanda, if you go and check out Teddy's Instagram, he had a dummy in his mouth earlier, like a baby. Amanda treats that. I don't have kids because I've got a dog, essentially. That's what the problem is. Okay, cool. Thank you, everybody. Rich, any final words, final thoughts as we close out here?
No, just like some good reveals today. Looking forward to see what they reveal tomorrow. Hopefully that Iron Man will go up on pulse soon. We'll see now. I'm
going to go off and pre-order some stuff. Hopefully everything I want still up for pre-order when I get off. The poll, did you like today's Marvel Legends reveals? Simple as that. Yes or no? The winner with 88%, also the year I was born, 1988, there you go. It wins. There you go. Only 12% didn't like it. So that's good. 88% thought today's reveals were good. So that's a nice positive to end off. So there you go.
The Fossil's asking, why am I so tired tonight? I'm not tired, the Fossil, but I've been off all day and I've been out all day and I've like drunk like half a bottle of vodka. So the fact, I don't even know what I've said tonight, but I've been here, haven't I? I'm turned that way.
Rich can hide his drink very well. I'm a little bit concerned. It's like, that's the signs of an alcoholic. When
I can watch it back though, can't I? I'll easy found out what I said then and I'd be like, yeah, I said that point, yeah.
But thank you very much to everyone who's been watching this today. As I said, I appreciate you all. It is always fun to do an odd random live stream at a different time on a different day so more people can be involved. Thank you to everyone who's contributed via the channel memberships or becoming a channel member, all of that good stuff. I'm gonna my bottle ran out. I'm gonna go put the kettle on so I can stay up late. But yeah, go and watch Geek Dad Live. Link is in the top of the chat right now. I will see you on there later, and if not, people, we'll see you next week at some point. I'll be back.
Dungeons and Dragons.
I thought you were about to lift your top up there, Michelle.
Come on. I'm not that bad. Come on.
Bye-bye, everybody. Where's my end screen? There we go. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye. Right, Rich, final words. I need a word, quick, for anyone in the replay crew. People like that.
Serendipity. Why do I always go with S words? Serendipity. There you go.
This week's word is serendipity. I need to get a dictionary to find out what that even means. But serendipity is the word today. Kurt K, tell me in the DMs what that word actually means. I appreciate that. But yeah, there you go. If you're on the replay crew, write serendipity if you know how to spell it in the comments below, and I'll give you 10 bonus points. Otherwise, click a video on the screen right now and go and watch something else on the channel. I'm going to have plenty to review this week.
And leave a thumbs up. If you've been here till the end, press the thumbs
Yeah,
up.
why not? Or down, whatever. It both helps. Bye-bye.
Bye.